flowing down the streets. People need to know we're living in a war zone. In the streets with the truth.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Leaderboards podcast. I'm your host, Residentdarrell. Tonight, I am joined by none other than the Bearded Nerd. What's up, brother?
I'm back, baby.
Guess who's back? Back again. There you go.
Beard is back. Tell your friends.
There you go. And it ain't gay if it's in a three-way. We got No Show Joe. What's up, brother?
I am here, and Ninja Turtles is out, and everybody rejoice because that game is awesome.
Yes, it is very awesome.
So good.
Yeah, Joe wasn't the first person to plat it in our little community.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, Dupes slayed that game.
Oh, yeah.
Played it in like less than a day and a half, and I'm like,
eighth fastest platinum so far.
You game, bro? Like, seriously. I was like, did you even have time to enjoy that? He was like,
did you even taste your food?
I was like, what? And he goes, yep. I go, damn, son.
He said I couldn't put it down.
That's what she said, apparently.
Oh, all right. Well, speaking of things that she said, we're going to toast real early on because we got a lot to talk about, a lot to toast about. And this is a mall freaking Father's Day episode, so I treated myself to a nice ice cold white monster. As per usual, Loot Bros Podcast toasts go out to the Patreon producers. For the month of June, we have Redbeard Rick, and my name is effing Mayo. I want to give a little bit of a get well soon slurp to Jim, Kali's husband, and to Zach's wife, as she is making her way to and from the hospital. Hate that for you guys. But I also want to toast all the dads out there playing video games, rocking your dad bods, listening to the Loot Bros podcast. You guys are what makes this happen, Captain. And to 2022's Game of the Year, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
Hell yeah! Cowabunga!
That game is so effing good. Like it doesn't make any sense. It's not fair. Like they took and made something new, look old, feel old, but it's new and it's fun. And they're like, oh, what's that thing you like about the original Turtles? Boom, here's something that's kind of similar to it. Oh, what's that thing you like about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Time? Oh, here's something similar to it. Oh, what's that thing that you wish you could do? Play 6 players on your Ninja Turtle game online, drop in, drop out anytime you want, couch co-op. Oh, here you go. The game is phenomenal. And this is the first Ninja Turtle game where my favorite Ninja Turtle, Donatello, is not actually my go-to. I beat the game. I think I ended up beating it with Donatello, but I actually played the majority of it with Michelangelo.
I just like the way it does the Scott Pilgrim thing where like you level up each guy. So like there's like a reason to go back and keep playing it. And to platinum it, I know you have to max out all guys to level 10, right?
Yep.
I'm sure there's some bullshit way to do it. But I kind of want to do it legitimately. Like I'm not racing to get the plat on this. I'm enjoying playing this, and like it really gives me a credence and a reason to like keep playing it with different people. Like
absolutely.
And over again. So I think like I'm only gonna play it when people ask me to play it. I'm not just gonna like I don't want to burn myself out on it because I felt like even day one I was like, oh shit, I have like 41% of the trophies in like one playthrough. It's like Jesus.
I got 37% in my first playthrough, but
I was like, my God. As like the only thing I missed was like 2-3 collectibles. I beat the game. Shout out. I beat the game with the dupes helped us a little bit, but mostly beat it with Gaz and Alex and who was the third person? Nitro. Nitro helped us at the end there.
Community game time.
Yeah, man. We played it in the afternoon, like the mid to late afternoon on Thursday, and we just banged that shit out. Like we're like, all right, let's just get that shit done. Like Alex just like blind invited me and I'm like, all right, let's do this. And it's funny because like, I don't know if anybody's ever played with games. Alex, he like hates chatting with people, like literally does not like it. So he never puts chat on. So like, I'm like, all right, we're just going to do this with no chat. Cool.
There you go.
We're going to be all nonchalant and shit.
I want to give an additional shout out to the cross contamination between the communities and how that seems to be growing and growing and growing. Even to the point of some of the community members have created a Loot Bros Trophy Whores community group to boost trophies and stuff, which I love all the activity in there where everyone's pairing up, and not so much just for boosting, but just to play games together to find partners and all that stuff. That is so cool, man. I'm so glad that exists. And it's not something that we did. So it's not like it's like a forced thing. It's our community members who have, built relationships together and like, hey, let's do this together. So it's so freaking cool. It's called Trophy Looting. It is a public group you can jump into on Facebook group.
It's a great name, honestly.
It really is. Looting trophies, trophy looting, all kinds of stuff. Looting whores, whore loots. I saw all kinds of names being thrown around in the messenger.
Yeah, that's funny.
I was like, yes, all these names will work. Please go do this.
Do it now. Do it now.
I'll do it now.
Don't touch those cookies. Those cookies are mine.
Nah, it's a Turbo Man doll. I saw like 3 Turbo Man dolls the other day.
Did you want to buy one for Jamie?
I tried.
Jamie, I need the Turbo Man. No, Dad, I don't need a Turbo Man. You're the Turbo Man. All I need is you.
Oh.
What a corny ass ending. Like, all he wanted was Turbo Man the whole fucking movie. And then his dad's like, here's Turbo Man. He's like, I don't need Turbo Man. I got the real one. It's
oh
like,
my gosh.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me, Jamie?
I'm like, you know what? You're grounded. Go to your room.
Oh, Dynafire.
All right, guys. This is the Loot Bros Podcast. We talk about video games. We talk about comic books. We talk about times we pooped ourselves in public.
And
we talk
butt
about
stuff.
but yes, banana butt stuff. As a matter of fact.
Ooh.
Chocolate banana butt stuff.
Chocolate banana butt stuff.
Oh my
right,
god, chocolate banana butt stuff should be my metalcore band.
Jesus.
That's a punk rock band.
All right, well, let's pour one out because my PlayStation Plus Premium isn't working. So it looks like I'm not playing games today.
Sucks to be you.
I don't know, man. Like, maybe reset it. I was having some issues with mine earlier, dude. I logged into my PS5. Okay. Let me back up. I've been using PS Plus Premium through my PS4 because up until this week, I haven't really played many games. Like, both my jobs have been going off the ringer. So, like, I've been super busy, and I finally had enough and put in my notice at my main job and throw up the deuces. I was like, hey, I'm out of here. Like, let's freaking do this. So I went home and celebrated by playing video games. And so I was telling Joe before the show, using the PS Plus Premium on a PS4 has been fantastic. And the way it's laid out is really smooth. And it's like, you can go to the PS Premium experience, and then there's drop downs for categories, games, blah, blah, blah. And then you can like go into like the classic game section. You can go into the extra section, blah, blah. And it's nice. It's laid out really well. I like it better than the way PS Now was laid out for PS4. But then when you flip over to PS5, it's not laid out as smooth. It's kind of buried in the PlayStation menus. It's wanting to put the free monthly games up first. And then there was a tab where you go in and you would actually see all the games that are actually available with your subscription. And on the PS,
mix them all together, but like I don't really want to like talk too much about the subscription because I know we want to deep dive on it next week when we all play a little bit more of it.
Well, I might even need to go a little. We might need to push it out a little farther and let them kind of work out some of the bugs because all the games that were on there for PS5, it told me that I had to buy all of them, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's
What?
not that. Yeah, all of them had like full price on them. None of them were downloadable. And I was like, except for what I had already purchased and except for what I had purchased through the PS Plus library, on the PS4 library. So then I go onto the PC because I have my PC right beside me. I was like, let me see if my stuff expired because I thought my stuff didn't expire till October. Sure enough, my stuff is good until October. I'm like, okay. So it's got to be just a bug. I mean, it's got to be that this is, they're ironing out the kinks. The PS4 version works immaculately and it's very smooth. And I've been playing with it. I've been using them. So it's kind of weird. Also on a side tangent, my son's PS4 Slim was overheating again. So I gave him my PS5. Did I say PS4? I meant PS5. And I didn't mean to say Slim either. I meant to say digital. But I gave him my PS5 and I took his and just, I think with him, a lot of it is because like he was in this office and the dogs hung out in here, like dog hair would get sucked up into the vents and it was overheating. Because I told him, I was like, I bought like special vacuum like handheld vacuums for this room and attachments. I was like, look, dude, you have like a very hairy dog that's constantly shedding in this room. It gets super hot in here because y'all are always in here gaming. You gotta vacuum out your console. Long story short, it started it started overheating again. So then I gave you mine. I was like, I'm just so tired of like you having this issue, which is only the second time, but I was like, whatever, just take mine. I took his, I cleaned it out. I did the reset, and rebuild from the boot menu. And I used it today for our boosting session with the Discord, and it was fine. I used it for like 2.5 hours, and it didn't even get warm. So whatever happened, it has unhappened. So now I've got it up here with me. But I haven't really. What I'm getting at is basically I haven't really explored too much on the PS5, and when I did, it wasn't like Zach, you're saying it's not working correctly for you. I think they got some bugs. It's not perfect on that yet.
I've noticed,
but. I would imagine in a couple weeks. I remember Game Pass being the same way, and even years into Game Pass, I've put videos in our Facebook group of just games that never unlocked for me. Like I would just, hey, I'm gonna download a game. Oh wait, it just doesn't work. Oh, let me download another game. Oh wait, game. There's just, it is what it is. I feel like nowadays everything has bugs. Like everything has freaking bugs because everything's so in quotes smart and technologically advanced. So I figure we'll give it a little while. We'll play around with it for a little bit, and then we'll use PS Premium and talk about it. So, but yeah, that's kind of like I've had some kind of weird, issues with my stuff this week.
Yep. It's still not working. All right. Well, looks like I'm not playing games today.
Well, I mean, a good thing you got that PSP.
It's true. It is charging right now.
There you go. This, like I said earlier, guys, this is Loot Bros Podcast. Please listen. Geez. Yeah, listen, definitely. Check out the social media stuff. Check out the Facebook group. Check out the Discord. Check out the YouTube. Shout out to all of you guys that actually jump into those things. We have new reviews. The reviews have been coming in. That's been really awesome. It helps the numbers. You guys leaving reviews, leaving the stars on Spotify. I actually want to bring that up real fast. Let's see what we're at. Once we started asking people to go on Spotify and rate us, we've got 13 ratings on Spotify. Thank you so much. 13 5-stars. And it's crazy what that does. Like, when we're looking at the numbers, like, oh man, that's really growing. And then I want to give a shout out to the last couple iTunes reviews we've gotten. I'm bringing them up right now.
We have to read those, don't we, on the show?
I'm going to. I'm waiting on the internets to decide to load. There we go. And I am. This is riveting.
Content.
Content here.
Called. We create content
right.
here.
All right. So I want to give a shout out to the Muffin Man. It was Muffin Man with a 1 in there. I got a 5.
Man?
That's right. Got a 5-star rating. It says fun show.
Man? The Muffin Man.
What happens when you take a bunch of wild dudes and have them talk video games? You get this show. Wild. So thank you so much for that. And then did I read out Murdered Out's 615 on here? Love the show. 5 stars. Especially when CJ is on.
Nope, that's first.
There you go. So shout out to you guys getting throwing us a couple reviews. Now, if you guys have listened to the show for any amount of time, you've heard me complain that for a while Apple had duplicated our feed. And we had the red feed with the old logo and then the black feed with the newer logo. And now we have the most current one on there. And so when we finally got Apple to, I don't want to say delete because they didn't delete it. I don't want to say disengage because that isn't quite right. But like the old feed is no longer in service. We lost our 50 some odd reviews that we had. So now we got to rebuild that. We're at 13 out of 50. So if you take that 13 and then you take the 13, oh wow, it's actually pretty crazy how that worked out. From Spotify, we are almost halfway. I guess we are technically halfway to our first giveaway. So we said we give away some merch at 100, and I said I might even do it at 50. So I think that's what we'll do. Do a merch giveaway at 50 reviews and stars. I'll combine the two, and then we'll do another every 50. Between iTunes and Spotify, those being our 2 leading platforms, we will give away some merch, and it may be on YouTube just to kind of push that. We get to 250 subscribers on YouTube. We'll give away some merch for that one as well. So Just give me excuses to give stuff away, boys. So, all right, guys, let's talk about what we've been playing. Zach, I want to start with you.
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yes.
It is really good. As soon as I loaded back in when I finally got to sit down and play, I was super duper happy because I was like, oh man, I haven't swung through New York in like years. This makes me oh, it was such a great feeling. So I've been having fun with it. I've already gotten past the first encounter of Rhino, and I have yet to get to my first encounter with his uncle, other than when he gets the spoiler alert for everybody. He gets the little like app where people can say, "Hey."
The friendly neighborhood Spidey app.
Yeah, the friendly neighborhood Spidey app. So everyone can be like, "Hey, I need your help. Hey, I need your help. Oh,
Yep,
I need your help."
Can I stop you for just 1 second and just put a little extra shout out on that Rhino fight? That is so freaking good.
It was really enjoyable. It was because you had to chase him down, and not only did you have to chase him down, you actually had to you had to fight him and then chase him down again, and then you fight him. That's when you figure out that you have these magical like venom type powers is what they're calling it, venom punch and stuff like that.
Did you break enough windows to get the trophy in that section?
No, I wasn't going for any. I wasn't going for that trophy. I think you get every trophy naturally. And the first one, when I had the trophy guide pulled up, but there isn't really any missable trophies in it.
There's 2 trophies for the Rhino section.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, PSN profiles, your guide is fired.
Well, you know what the cool thing is if you missed it, then you just have to go chapter select and play that part again. Oh dang!
Yeah, I think it because you have to do 2 playthroughs to get all of it anyways. So if I miss it, I'm pretty sure I could just get on the second playthrough.
Yeah, you got to do a hard playthrough. So
no, you don't.
No, you don't. You just have to go. You just have to do New Game Plus again.
New Game Plus.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, New Game Plus.
Yeah.
I think I did New Game Plus on hard when I platinumed it the last time. Maybe that's what it was.
Well, that sounds like you just did it with extra steps.
Aren't you an overachiever?
Hey, you know what? Being an overachiever got me. It got me jobless.
Ooh.
So
Wow.
Actually, you're not jobless. You have 2 jobs. What do you mean?
yeah, I actually
technically at this point in time you have 3.
Isn't that crazy? What an idiot! Who does that? I must be a freaking glutton for punishment because I'm like, yeah, I'm quitting. So let me get 2 jobs in the place of this one because like that makes total sense.
I mean, technically, you have 4 jobs. You're a parent too. That's like a full-time job in itself.
That I got more like 7 podcasts now.
Yeah, decides to start an MLO podcast. Why not?
Hey, let me just I know you're talking about what you're playing, but let me just throw this one at you too. So this is how that worked out, right? So I get hired on as an MLO back in March. Okay. I've been offered this DIY lending mortgage management position twice now, technically. And it wasn't really offered to me per se, but it was like, there's a group of us and it was like, hey, I really need this position filled. And then it was like, I was like, I'm going to put my notice in at my job and go and just dive in full time. And it was like, oh, by the way, I need this position filled for anyone who is open, possibly looking for something full time. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I'll do it. And then, so I ended up taking the position. So I go in for my first like kind of interview / training session. And my 2 employers were like, we want to do a podcast. I was like, okay. And they had told me that kind of leading up to it. I'm like, well, you're in luck. I do podcasts. That's kind of my hobby. I enjoy it. Like, yeah, we know. We want you to like come over here and do this podcast with us. So I get there and we sit in this conference room. Like, okay, what's the plan? I'm like, I don't know. Whatever you want to do is yours. I'm like, oh.
Now you gotta edit that shit too.
I do. Yeah, I do. Actually, I've got 2 episodes to edit. Yeah, God. That's what my Father's Day is going to consist of: editing 2 episodes of the MLO podcast and then this one. So I'm like, man, what a really smart character I am. But it was so much fun to do it. So I'm very excited about it. They're going to be bite-sized, 15 to 20 minute kind of episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's nothing like what we do here. But it's just cool. It's just going to be really neat. We're going to be talking. It's going to be a business and entrepreneurial podcast. So part of my new responsibilities are going to be working in starting businesses. Like that's like the Cliff Note version of it. I'll be working with partnering realtors with loan originators and creating their own kind of like groups, if you want to call it. You ever met anybody who's like, hey, this is the Zach Ledford Realty, and then they become the Zach Ledford Group?
Yep.
Because they add their own financing arm. That's kind of what I'll be doing is I'll be marrying these groups together, making sure that it all makes sense. And then, if I close the deal, it's a sales based commission thing. And so we'll see what happens. It's something I can do at the same time as the mortgage loan origination stuff. And it also, A, I get to do both of them from home. And B, it's just two different sides of the same industry. So I'm literally diving head first. I'm learning as much as I can about the industry. And then since I went ahead and pulled the Band-Aid off and quit my other job, I'm going to go back and get my real estate license at the end of this year. I'm going to wait a few months to try to not burn out. And then once I get my bearings, I'm going to go get my real estate license. So by the end of this year, I will have obtained my MLO, my real estate license, and I will be working as a sales rep for DIY with 7 podcasts and like 11 children. Because I'm going to be home with my wife for a month and a half. And I keep hearing we're either going to be divorced or have more kids. So one of those two things is going to happen.
Yep.
Anyways, continue. Miles Morales, I'm sorry.
So Miles Morales, been really enjoying that. And then I also played a little bit of Diablo 3. Still trying to slowly peck through that.
So you're
as well as
at the moment?
what else did I start? My wife and I started playing Call of Duty Vanguard. We started. She likes playing zombies, so we started playing that yesterday. And the zombies mode is really fun. I plan on going through that campaign really, really soon, because I like World War II and it's set World War II. So
hey, let me know when you do it. I'll do that one alongside you because I haven't even opened my copy and I bought it day one.
I chose to do it through GameFly. Like I said, GameFly just perfect service for me. I can kind of say yes or no when I want.
Yep, coming in clutch.
Let's see. Played a little bit of Smite today with a couple of friends. Been really digging TFT, like in my little downtime, like when I'm getting ready for bed, I'll play a game of Teamfight Tactics. So what that is it's an auto chess game.
Okay.
And I have played a little bit of Fortnite because the new season's out. I don't know. I've been playing a lot of stuff lately. I've been spreading myself real thin. I know MZ's talked to me about it because he's been helping mod my streams while my mod is deployed, and he's watched me play Fortnite like 3 or 4 days in a row at one point, and he's like, hey, I should really get back into that whenever I fix my PS4. And he actually, funny enough, he just messaged me in Discord while we were recording and asked me if I was still playing Fortnite.
There you go.
So
get it, MZ. Shout out to MZ for just being such a MVP in the community.
Facts. And then what else? Like I said, I have been spreading myself real thin. I started a weird game. It's really old. Joe, you might know what it is. Darrell, I highly doubt you'll know what it is because you've never really been a PC person. I started playing Maple Story.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. So I got a group of friends that play it, and the community for it is still.
Oh my god, it's super hot still.
It's still diehard too, and in the community, everybody I've interacted with that's still diehard for that game. It's been the nicest people I have ever met in my life. So I started. I'm starting to play through of it. It's kind of like a 2D Diablo. It's like a 2D hack and slash MMORPG.
Nice.
It's so good.
It has been a lot of fun so far, and you only play it with you can play it with a controller too on PC, which is really cool. But a lot of people just use their keyboard.
I mean, I used keyboard when I played it, and then I bought a controller, and I was like, I don't know if I want to keep playing this. And then, like, because I got hooked on that because we played the defunct game. Do you remember Dungeon Fighter?
No.
So Dungeon Fighter was in the vein of like other like hack and slash like RPGs at the time, but it was like one of those like you go room to room and you just fuck everything up in the room and then you go to the next room. So it was like just one room at a time, and like you can have branching paths and stuff. And yeah, it's very similar to like how Maple Story is. So
Okay.
but it got defunct. It got like shut down, and I think it might be up now as Dungeon Fighter Online if it's still a thing. But I'm not sure if it's still a thing. Not
Okay.
playing, but yeah, I definitely played Maple Story back in the day though.
Yeah, see, it's still got a cult like following. It's ridiculous. And then last but not least, I started playing PC Building Simulator 2.
Interesting.
The beta is out on Epic right now, so I downloaded it and started playing it. It's actually super duper realistic, and if you're the type of person that likes like building PCs and that kind of techie stuff like that, it's definitely gonna be right up your alley. So you're essentially running your own PC shop, like custom PC shop. What I've played of it so far looks good. Obviously, it's not the final product, but I am super excited. I'm probably gonna end up buying that one when it comes out. That'll be the first simulator game that I really play through the whole like main career mode, probably.
I can hear I'm styling on your bro's little dinghy hit the desk. Simulator.
But yeah, so that's all I got. Joe, we know you've been playing TMNT Shredder's Revenge. What else have you been playing?
I mean, that game just so fucking good.
So good.
So good.
So
But I don't want to talk about that like the whole show because I played like 97 other things this week because of the PlayStation service. So I can dive into some of that stuff. I did finish the Final Fantasy. Jesus, I did finish the Fire Emblem demo. Dude, that was a 4-hour demo. This is a pretty decent demo. Like they let you go to chapter 4, and that was pretty decent. So I can't wait for that to hit next Friday. So I'll be playing that all weekend. Other than that, I played a fuck ton of stuff, like across a lot of different things. I jumped back into Monster Hunter because Kalai got me like really psyched to play it when I was talking to her on the phone the other day. So I dove back in and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start playing this hardcore again. And like I almost like ranked up again from where I was. Like I was only like on a rank 4, so I'm like not even like I think I'm almost done with the main campaign. But then like everything after that is like fucking crazy like difficult. So like not crazy difficult, but you know your usual Monster Hunter grind. You got to kill stuff, loot stuff, and then it's like kill, loot, repeat basically.
yes.
But those games are fucking sweet. I love Monster Hunter, and I'm really in. I can't wait for that DLC. I'm gonna snatch it up. Probably put in a ton of hours with Kalai and fellow podcast host Matt. You know, we're gonna crush that thing. I want to play as much as I can with them, and so we can have a good return with the Driftcast. The Driftcast is coming back. Sorry for the hiatus. We've just been Kalai's been dealing with some stuff, and Matt and I kind of want to respect her time off and didn't want to really do the show without her. So we'll be coming back strong soon, guys. So don't worry. We have a lot of shit to talk about. Pretty much three months worth of games we've played. So we'll probably do a really, really long episode when we get back to Kalai's dismay, but we'll be back.
She's like, no.
Only 30-minute shows for me. I swear, if she could do a 30-minute show, she would. Bye. But anyway, let's start from the bottom of the list and go up. I played Ape Escape because I wanted to see how those PS classics worked.
Yes.
Ape Escape runs pretty well. Darrell, did you check Ape Escape out?
That is one of them that I did not check out, so I'm glad that you did.
Yeah, it plays pretty well. It is the NTS version, so we did get the American version of it. It's a PS1 game, people. Like, I don't know what you're expecting. We're not getting super up-res games here. Like, they touched up a little bit, but you can't polish a turd. Like, these games are fucking PS1 games. They're going to look like shit on a modern console. Like, that's just like what it's going to be. Unless they fully remaster the game, you're getting a pixelated mess, and that's okay. It plays well, and that's all that really matters. But man, I really hate PS1, PS2 controls. Like I friggin' can't stand using the triggers to like do a lot of things. Like it's just terrible.
Yes, it's
like man, I can't believe we played games like this. Like how did we survive? I wonder if like a kid like nowadays, like your kids there, when do they pick these games up? Like shit, why is the shoot button not the trigger? Why is it L1? Like who decided on this? What, you can't aim down the sight of something? What is this garbage?
That always trips me out when I revisit a game that you can't use aim down
My
sights.
God. So bad. So yeah, Ape Escape runs well. Trophies pop like a mother. I got like 2 trophies in less than like 10 minutes. Fun. For all you trophy hunters out there, PS4 and PS5 versions have separate lists. It's pretty dope.
It is so dope.
I also play Hot Shot Golf. Daryl, did you check
Same.
that one out?
Yes, I've been playing that. I've
Game
played the
is
full of
so
it.
good, and the rewind feature destroys that game.
Oh my gosh, it makes it so much better.
Oh, mulligan for me.
Yeah.
Oh, another mulligan for me.
I was like, don't mind me. I'm not getting par. I like birdie.
Don't mind me. I'm gonna take another mulligan. What? I didn't like that shot. I'm gonna do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, the game's so cool. The rewind features are pretty interesting. It's just really like, again, I don't want to talk too much about the actual service, but like it's really like stupid how the like rewind works and how it's like hidden away in it's just, I don't know. I don't like the way you use it. It's kind of weird. I wish it was like mapped to like L1 and R1 or R2 and L2, because R2 and L2 aren't used in any of these games. So it would have been smart to map the rewind and fast forward feature to those 2 buttons. But
I don't disagree. But at least they exist.
I played the mother of all PS1 games. I played Siphon Filter.
Same.
My God, this game is... My God.
It's something. I don't know that I'm loving it because it took me a little while to get back to.
It's so fucking ugly.
I don't think it's that bad. But
No, it's ugly, Darrow. And I almost got the trophy for sniping like 100 people, because like all you have to do in that game is like make it so it goes over and it says headshot and then you shoot him. Like
Yep.
it like tells you when you have a headshot. It's like so old school. I'm like, oh my God, this game is so bad. I hope they give us 2 and 3 because they were so much better. But oh man, 1 is so bad, so bad.
I don't think it's that bad. But it's a PS1 game, and it's crazy. Like it did things, and even with the PS1 that like other games didn't do, like the freaking roll functionality, and then of course the old school PlayStation strafing left and right.
Yeah. It's funny though, when the main character like moves around, he looks like he has like a dump in his pants. Like straight up. He looks like he took a shit in his pants and he's like walking around, and I'm like, man, like this game is rough.
If only you had a hopper.
I'm not allowed to mention that in the show anymore.
Say what?
We didn't say who we were talking about.
I'm he who shall not be named.
Yep. Tricky Macro. Tricky Mac. For short.
Return of the Mac. Oh my God. I told Tricky he should just join us full time, and we'll rebrand him.
Tricky Mac.
We can call him Tricky Mac. I didn't say that, but I'm saying it now. I was like,
Tricky Mac.
I think everyone who's listening needs a message, Tricky, and no, don't be ugly. Just
Did you
say,
see
hey.
what I put in the group when he was like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "Are you going to offer classes on teaching people how to set up macros?"
No, I didn't see that. I think if Tricky joined full time, we would have so much fun.
Oh my God.
And he could be Tricky Mick on Trivia Wars, but Tricky Mac on Loot Bros.
He could just set himself up to record, and then the whole thing will record itself.
Oh, dude, that's actually really funny. But no, I just Tricky's my boy. I like having Tricky around.
He's a great guy.
He really is.
Stay away from the hopper. Oh my God, Jared, I need you to get a meme of John Hopper and then put a picture of Tricky.
Don't do it. No Tricky memes.
Superimpose Tricky on John Hopper's face, and then you can just call him. We can just call Tricky Hopper from now on.
Oh Lord.
Hopper back.
Return of the Mac.
Oh Jesus. I played Tetris Effect, which I was like, I think the coolest thing about this whole service is they didn't give everything away that they added so much like day one, or like I don't know what they did, but like the list that we got was far different than the list that actually launched. And we got a lot of cool stuff on here. Like we had Tetris Effect, and I was like, oh man, I can't wait to play Tetris Effect. I always wanted to play it, always wanted to buy it. always felt the price is a little too high for a Tetris game. Like $40 to play Tetris you're asking a lot right there. Like it's Tetris. Like you're moving blocks and you're dropping them. I'm not paying $40 for that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna wait till that goes to the bargain bin. I'm gonna pull a yield on that one.
Yep.
I'm gonna wait for the bargain bin. But I played Tetris Effect. I beat the first world, and I got a few Tetrises and crushed some lines. And that game is absolutely fun, Darrell.
I played that in VR, dude. It was awesome.
Yeah, I heard it's amazing on VR. If I ever played anything in VR, I want it to be that. Like this game is so gorgeous, and it like screams VR. I jumped into Monster Jam Steel Titans 2 because I like monster trucks, and I got to play it for free. So yeah, it's pretty fun. I would say it's a little bit better setup than the first game. At least you don't have to do like fucking World Tour mode, and then it gets like ridiculously impossible for the last cup, and it's like impossible to beat in the first game. So
I've got a couple, maybe only one. I've got a Monster Jam Platinum or two.
I have the first one, the very, very first one they put out. I got all the achievements in that on Xbox, and then
I think I got Crush It, maybe.
Yeah, Crush It. I don't know if I have the platinum, but I have pretty close to the platinum in Crush It. That game wasn't too hard. I just never went back and got the platinum. But I love monster truck games. Like monster trucks are like part of my youth. My dad used to take me all the time to see Bigfoot and Gravedigger. So
yep.
I love them guys.
No problem. Bad Hair Day. Yeah. Monster Jam. That's right. Come on down to Township Auditorium for Monster Jam.
Sunday.
That's right. I used to go a lot, dude.
Oh, my dad used to take me every time they were there. He would take me.
I want to take my kids. I've never taken them.
I played The Messenger.
Okay.
Which is one of the best side-scrolling games ever made. It's basically it's a spiritual successor to Ninja Gaiden. And I saw a video online on YouTube where basically the creators of Ninja Gaiden sat down and played The Messenger, and they like literally started crying. They're like, this game's absolutely like phenomenal. And it plays amazing on the PS4. Like I played the Switch version, and I love the Switch version. Don't get me wrong, it plays well. But like playing this on a PS4, it was so buttery crisp and smooth. And I was like, I can play this game all day. I beat like the first two bosses, and I'm having a blast. I'm definitely gonna beat this game on PS4. Sadly, I downloaded Resident Evil 7 because it was free, and I was like, I'm gonna beat this again and get a point, and then it platinumed the game for me. I can still go back and beat it, which I probably will. I only have like 26% of the trophies in the PS4 version.
It didn't platinum; it auto popped.
It auto popped, yeah. It auto popped everything. So I have 42% of the trophies. Damn, I have a lot. I only have 27 because of DLC. Because all the DLC packs, it like runs it down to like 26%.
Yep.
I played Harvest Moon, Mad Dash. It's basically like a match 3 game for Harvest Moon. So like you put different like fruits and vegetables together, and then you get like different points as you string them together. It's actually pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. I would say it's a must download if you have the service. I played Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which is another spiritual successor game. It's basically Castlevania. It's made by the original creator of Castlevania. And the game is absolutely fantastic. I beat the first boss and kind of stopped there. And then the last thing I played this week was Serious Sam Collection.
How is that?
I just jumped in. I played about 5-10 minutes. It's okay. I mean, it's Serious Sam. So if you ever played Serious Sam, it's just a first-person shooter, and it plays in the vein of like a DOS or like a PC shooter.
Okay.
So it plays like really fast, kind of like Doom. Like you're just moving really fast and just shooting shit and hoping not to get shot. But I like Serious Sam. It's a good series. I played a lot of them on 360. So, but that's what I played this week. Darrell, what did you play this week?
Well, before I get into it, that Serious Sam is one of those series that has always escaped me. I've never played a Serious Sam game before.
Same.
Oh, so it's wild, isn't it? Just every now and again, there's just one of those little pockets where I'm blind. So I played a bunch of stuff myself as a celebration for quitting my job, even though technically my last day is next Friday. So jumping into the PS Plus collection, I played Siphon Filter, and I think it's cool. It's crazy how much of it I do not remember. I'm like, whoa, I remember some, But that game is so old. I'm like, oof, this is but I have committed myself. Not only am I going to beat that game, but I'm going to go for the Siphon Filter Platinum. And Tricky and myself have been trying to come up with our own, NWO/Bullet Club for the 2 podcast groups. For those so brave and so bold as to platinum these older classic games that are getting trophies. So we've been trying to come up with some sort of name, and I think we're going to go with like a P3. I've been kind of working on a logo, but essentially the PlayStation Plus Premium, just some sort of group, some sort of club, some sort of something that just kind of like, you are different than the rest of the nerds out there because you dove into the old games and you gave them their just due. So we've been kicking around some names, hadn't quite landed on anything, but something to do with the PlayStation Plus Premium World Order. Something.
Trophy! Down with PPP?
Down with PP. Are you down with PPP? That's right. So I've been playing Siphon Filter, loving it. Each night before I go to bed, I have played Hot Shots Golf. I've done an entire 18 holes. I've done some mini golf. Trophies ain't exactly popping like crazy, but you know what? That's okay. I don't need them to pop overnight because I will just kind of take my time and, friggin' enjoy myself.
Dude, they just need to give me the Hot Shot Golf on the PSP one, the first PSP one, the one that has like all those collectible hats and shirts and all that shit, and it's like ridiculous. That game took forever to unlock everything. That is the epitome of a grind. The original Hot Shots Golf on PSP. Game's phenomenal.
Yep. So I'm
phenomenal.
Yeah, that's right. I'm very excited. I'm quite enjoying myself, and no pressure. Just playing a couple holes and then go to bed. Play a couple holes and go to bed. Played some Harry Potter and the Deadly Hallows Part 1 on PS3. It's an enjoyable game, dude. It's a third-person Harry Potter shooter, but you shoot with your wand. It's pretty enjoyable. My daughter and I are playing it together. I would imagine we're, somewhere between a quarter and halfway through the game.
Get them Horcruxes, bro.
We got to get them. So it's got a lot of collectibles and stuff in it. And when she has the controller, she doesn't check for those things. Drives me crazy. So I don't know if we're going to do a platinum run on this game, but we're playing through Harry Potter and quite enjoying it. I beat Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Great game, beautiful game. Absolutely adore that game. So good. I was doing my platinum cleanup run when my son's PlayStation 5 started acting up. So originally I was playing. Go ahead.
Is he okay?
What's that?
Is it okay, the PS5? Or
Yeah. It's working now. It just kept overheating. So I gave him my PS5 and I'm using his currently. And so his doesn't have a disc drive. So I have a disc copy. So I'll eventually platinum it. I've got some time off coming up here in the next few after this week, so I do imagine I'll be working in some game time. I have been playing some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. It is absolutely amazing. I know we talked a little bit about it earlier. I plan on doing a deep dive for the Patreon. I can't imagine not doing a deep dive for the Patreon for Shredder's Revenge. It just deserves it. It really does.
I agree. I think we have to have Justin on the show for that one.
I 100% agree. I think that is definitely you and Justin, or would be the two. Like I'd have to have both of you guys on there. Playing just like Zach, playing some Spider-Man Miles Morales. I've already platinumed this game on PS5, and when I saw they were adding the PS4 version to the service, I was like, "Thank you, Jesus! I will take it," because I wanted to buy it again. But I didn't want to buy it again. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. Oh, quick to cut you off, Sarah, but sorry. That's how I felt with Werewolf Apocalypse. They gave us the PS5 version now.
Yep.
In the service. And I was like, yes, I can play it again. I love that game.
And that was the thing is like, I bought the deluxe edition of Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PS5. So I got the PS5 version and the remaster of Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. But
and I've already gone
the PS4 version?
They give you the remaster PS4 version, yes, with the new actor from first Spider-Man's face.
Yeah, but it didn't come with the PS4 versions?
No, because I bought the disc copy. If I would have bought the no, yeah, it didn't come with the PS4 version. Yep.
That sucks.
Yeah, I think it's because I bought the disc copy. I think if you buy the digital, you get it. But I'm not sure about that one. Either way, didn't matter. I got the platinum for both Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS5 and the remaster of Spider-Man. So I'll just add this to the list of platinums. So I'm pretty stoked. I'm playing through it right now, and it's just kind of one of those games that I play. It's just so fun, dude. Like, it's so incredibly good. Shout out Jared, friend of the show. We were messaging back and forth today about what's that game Insomniac made, Sunset Overdrive. And it's like, man, that game, I tried that game a few times and just couldn't quite get into it. And it's like they did that before they did this. And I don't understand how, like, that game doesn't click with me. And then they came and did this just absolute, like, amazing game. So I think I want to go back and revisit it just because Insomniac makes such good games. I think that maybe, and then in the coming weeks, just take some time and just focus. Just focus. But we'll see. And then I did a boost session with with some guys at the Discord today. Each Saturday we get together for a couple hours and we play Friday the 13th. We were able to knock out some of the more difficult trophies where you have to have 8 players. And I was 4 of them.
What did you guys get done?
So we did the kill all 7 counselors as Jason.
I did that legitly.
That's awesome.
I got so lucky. The last person was hiding in like a cabinet, and there was in like a closet, or not? A closet. And there was like literally like 30 seconds left, and they unfortunately they started breathing heavy for them. So I found them and I stabbed them right through the closet.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think the hardest. Did you get the trophy for killing all the unique kills yet?
No.
That one's hard to get.
I actually just started playing this game with the guys boosting, and so
how long they've been boosting for?
A couple weeks, I guess. But I just jumped in. I told them I'd help. I have 4 consoles and had the availability to put 4 of us online together. So like I had Spider Pags playing one, Noah on the other, and then myself and my alternate account, Comic Cast Daryl, were on 2 others. So I just I had the kids. I was like, hey, if you guys help me out for just a little bit, I appreciate it. Just go to these areas, let us kill them. And then I was like, well, since we got all these people in the room, let's let you guys get the trophies too. So they got the kill everybody as Jason trophies. And then I told them they could bounce because they really didn't like the game. And we did the kill Jason game trophy, which was actually kind of difficult because you got to do. It is. And there's a little bit of RNG in there because we thought we had it figured out who spawns in as Tommy. I think is his name.
It's the first person that dies usually.
Well, the thing is, for us, about 8 matches in a row, it was the second person that died.
Interesting, because it's supposed to be the first,
which is wild because so we do that, right? So we were like, okay, it's the first, but then for us every time it was the second, and then we were like down to the last guy trying to get the trophy, and then it was the first person, and it was like, oh, dude, that messed us up. So then we're like, okay, it's after 7. I need to feed the kids. I got to run to the grocery store, and I got to get back home by 9. I was like, I got to go. And I was like, we'll do one more. And then we do everything. And then it kind of bugs out. And then it doesn't kill Jason. Oh. So it's just kind of a pain in the butt because you got to go get the sweater. You got to knock his mask off.
Yep.
Tommy has to spawn in. I think is his name.
Shoot him with the shotgun.
Well, so we didn't shoot him with a shotgun. But like you can if Tommy picks up the mask, then you can show him the sweater, and that'll get him to kind of stagger for a second. And then the person hits him with a baseball bat. Then he drops to a knee, and then Tommy can stab him in the head with a machete. So you got to do all that stuff. And I don't know, it's a pain in the butt.
They made it so hard to get that legitly because like nobody wants to cooperate to get it. Like nobody.
No.
Like it's such a pain in the ass to get that legitimately.
It really is. So, but you know what? We got it, so it's cool.
That's dope. But is that silver or gold?
So that one is bronze.
Is it a bronze?
Yep. The one that we got that was a gold was Killing Jason.
That's what I said. Killing Jason.
Oh yeah, sorry. So I was thinking Killing all the counselors was bronze. Yeah, sorry.
No, Killing Jason's a gold. Because that's like one of the only golds in that game. There's not a lot of golds in that game at all.
Yeah. And then there was the PhD in murder. So perform every kill in the game at least once. That's gold.
Yes, that's the one I'm talking about. That perform every kill is Jason.
Yep.
And it's all the signature kills, like to beat somebody with a friggin' like kill somebody in a tent, hit them against the tree with the sleeping bag, smash their face through the fire. Like there's a whole bunch of them.
Yep.
So good. I wish they would make another one. I mean, they kind of did. They made Evil Dead, didn't they? It's the same team. Right?
Yeah, Evil Dead is way better.
Dude, it's like only $40.
Yeah, I bought it day one. It's way better.
Almost bought it today. I was like, oh, it's only $40.
I bought it to play with my brother and my cousin, but like we only played together once.
I'm sure the boosting group will move right to that after this.
Those are grindy, dude. Like I kind of got frustrated like for a little bit because their 8th person bailed. And you know what's crazy is like 18th. So 3 days ago, the PlayStation Plus ran out for the boys. So then I had to re-up both their PlayStation Plus just for us to do this thing today. I was like, this effing trophy cost me $20. I was like, which I keep PlayStation Plus on his account.
And it's not even a platinum.
I know.
Yeah, I can't believe you're bitching about paying $20 for a platinum when you spent way more than that on shitty like rat games.
Yeah, but I enjoy those. So it is.
I already talked about it a little bit. I think after I get the Spider-Man Platinum, I'm gonna move to. I think I may have to sadly convert to the dark side and probably gonna get some trash plats.
Do
Trophy!
it.
Wiggle.
So, and then the last thing I've been playing is Lost Planet 2. My son and I have been just kind of chipping away a few missions every now and again.
Second one was so bad.
That series is just bad. Like the games are fun, like the actual mechanics of the games are fun, but those games are bad.
I agree with that 100%. The mechanics of the game are so incredibly fun.
Game is ugly as shit. It's janky.
But the gameplay is fun. Like the actual playing of the game is a blast. Like it's so weird because the first game was kind of difficult, right? You had to really manage your resources and not die, like from like hypothermia and stuff. But then the second one comes out and you're in these tropical areas. And so, but they made it so, like, so this is the first game. One of the biggest gripes I have with the first game is the checkpoints were so long. It felt like 45 minutes to an hour in between checkpoints.
I was like, I don't got time to play video games for 45 minutes.
Oh my gosh, dude. It was so long. And then the second one, they're so short. It's like 8 minutes, like at best. Sometimes less than that. You can just kind of blast right through it. But it's drop in, drop out, co-op, split screen. Look, it's awesome. And the third one, the third one's the only one I didn't finish. I just did not like it. It was not fun. So, but I wish there were more of them because to me, it's like Monster Hunter with guns. It's just, it's so fun to play. And the Xbox 360 version, you got Marcus and Dom as playable characters.
Is that the same team that made Monster Hunter? It is, isn't it?
I'm not 100% sure about that. But it's cool though. I mean, and like I said, the enemy types are amazing. Like the actual gameplay is so fun, dude. Like I love playing Lost Planet 2. But as far as like a story and stuff goes, it's booty. So, but I don't play Lost Planet for the story.
The first Lost Planet had a really good story. The first Lost Planet was fantastic. The second one was just not good.
I wouldn't put fantastic in the same sentence as Lost Planet, but
I liked it a lot. I really did. And the thing was, the second one, I had so much fun playing that with my brother and some of our friends on Xbox 360. So I don't believe that the game is bad. And I'm playing it now with my son. I'm having a blast again. So it's very fun. But it didn't age well. Yeah, it doesn't control all that great. I mean, there's like, you know how it is. Like, it seems like now we've landed into an era of like what is acceptable controls for shooters. And that game didn't quite have it nailed down. But just like the boss fights are so good, dude. Like they're just like I got swallowed by this giant boss the other day, and then he friggin' like digested me, and then I was shooting things out of his like stomach. and then he pooped me out. Like I got pooped out of his dino beehole. And we were laughing. Like my son thought that was like, when your kids get like really tickled and they laugh. And dude, it was like, he was so tickled by the fact that I got pooped out in the game. But we were having so much fun, dude. I really enjoy Lost Planet 2. So,
and this has been the butt stuff segment of the episode.
That's right. Hey, we got to do it. We got to do it. So,
got pooped out of a dinosaur's beehole.
Outside of that, I want to give a special shout out to the community, both the Loot Bros community and the Trivia Wars community, because on our previous episode, CJ had messaged me and was like, "Hey, play Totally Normal Journey. It's a funny, wild experience." He said the game is 2 1-hour playthroughs. Okay. And he sent me the guide. He sent me like a screenshot of the guide anyways. And I was like, cool. Play through a good chunk of the game, probably 30 minutes or so, whatever. And I'm like, this is absolutely wild. But I ended up getting a bunch of trophies. I was like, I don't know about this one. So I stopped. And then you mentioned on the show last week, I was like, dude, this kind of seemed a little spammy. I was like, I don't know that I should be playing this one because of mine and Tricky's no spam for the year. So I quit, and he assured me on the show again. It's like, no, it's not like a click through spam VN. Like you got to play through the whole thing. And he said it took him 45 minutes, almost an hour for his first playthrough. Then you got to do it again because you got to check out the other stuff. Now, somewhere down the line, people in the community have managed to beat this game under an hour, and so our council that is judging what is spam, what is not spam, got together and said, hey, we disagree with this move right here. So I threw myself before the council. I was like, here's the way this worked out. I explained the whole thing. I was like, and even I felt like this one was kind of teetering that line getting a little too close to the line on this one. So if the council rules, then I lose, and I was ready to take it on the chin. So Tricky, being the good guy that he is, said that he'll leave it up to the council, and the council was kind of like, I don't know, this one's kind of a little ugly. We'll leave it up to a vote with the community. Tricky was like, fine, if the community decides, blah blah blah, we'll go with it. So both the Trivia Wars community and Loot Bros community voted, and they voted in favor of me staying in the competition. That this one was not quite spam, but because I decided to stop playing it and I did the right thing in their eyes, that I did not lose. So I just want to give a shout out to our community. Thank you so much for coming to my rescue. And I want to assure you guys that not only did I not mean to ride that gray line, but I will do a much better job of staying farther away from it, because I do want Tricky and I to have a good, honest year of no spam. So you guys ready to head over to the leaderboards?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You ready? Yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll, brother.
All right. So we going over to the I'm Styling on Your leaderboards. He is not styling on us this week. In 5th place, we got Hollow Madcap with 150 achievement points. In 4th place, we got GDI Master Ace with 495 achievement points.
Get it.
In 3rd place, we got Satic with 915 achievement points. In 2nd place, we got I'm Styling on You, bro, with 1,090 achievement points.
Did you even play games this week?
He did play games this week. He actually, so 1st and 2nd were pretty close. So he was he was a day away from or maybe an achievement sync away from getting 1st. But and in 1st place, we had Mr. Sony Pony to you himself with 1,280 achievement points. So there was only 190 difference. He tried.
Wow, that's pretty close for the Xbox guys.
Yes, sir. And then over to the True Trophies leaderboard. This week, it was not close at all. This week, it looks like everybody's been playing games. In 5th place, we got the Grounded Gamer with 44 trophies.
Okay.
We got Residentdarrell in 4th place with 48 trophies.
Oof.
We got Mr. TMNT84 in 3rd place with 70 trophies.
Get it.
Got Stink Palm in 2nd place with 124 trophies. His last trophy actually was a platinum.
Got it. Good job, Jared.
And in 1st place, we got the affectatious Donk himself with 724 trophies. That man's been playing some spam.
That's a lot of trophies.
That's a lot of spam.
So that's a lot of quality in there. I guarantee it. So,
But that is it.
I think
for this
CJ
week.
should be in the non-spam competition next year.
Nah, dude. CJ has. Here's the thing. CJ is doing this community a service. Okay, he's checking out everything that's out there so that he can come on here in his normal once a quarter fashion and just unload all the games that we should be checking out. Now, in doing so, he also weeds through the spam for us. And in order to be number one on the leaderboards, you got to be able to take that spam like a champ. And nobody takes it like CJ. So, just want to give him his just due. All right, heading on over to the backlog beatdown. We got I'm Styling on You Bro with 105 points. Getting it. CJ, second place, 72 points. Diego, third place with 63 points. Tied, actually. I lied. Tied with Redbeard Rick, 63. So they're putting up a fight for third place right there. Next up, we have myself, Residentdarrell, at 53 points. JT, 46. Gareth, 38. Yield, 23. Jared, 21. James the Nerd tied with Zach for 19. Alex with 18. Joe with 16. Tricky Mick with 15. Noah the Builder with 13. Homer and Corey tied at 9. MZ with 8. B-Wow is tied with Spider Packs for 6. Or excuse me, with 6 points. Next up, we got Jim. Jim jumped back into the game with 5 points. We got John Michael and T-Bird with 4. We got James McCall with 3, which I'm kind of curious why James quit putting his points out there, because I know for a fact he's beating games. If you're listening, bud, you need to jump back into the competition. Kalai with 2, Levi with 2, and we have a new challenger. I have not recorded, well, excuse me, I am recording his point right now. That is Sadik. Sadik has asked if he could join in, and he is coming in with 1 point for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. So
he's got to submit. He's got to submit some more of them because, like I said, it looked like he got a little bit of love there.
Well, he asked if he could add his other points for other things he's beaten for the year. And I said, no, you can, whatever you've beaten from this point on, from the moment that you said, I'm in, you know. And the reason why I said that, the reason why I made that rule, and I talked with Joe just kind of before the show about it. And I was like, I don't have any issue because Sadik has been a part of this community. He's been dominating the leaderboard so long. I really don't have an issue, retroactively adding his stuff. But I want to set a bad precedent for people who have been in this thing since day one and be like, oh, you can just be the silent person and then do whatever it is you want to do. And then in the last month, throw all your stuff in there. So right. For the backlog beatdown, if you want to participate from the day you say I'm in, that's when we start calculating your points. And
I'll do one better, Darryl. I'll do one better. I'll count anything Sadik has beaten in the last 30 days.
Okay.
I'll give him a 30-day grace period window.
Yeah, I could see that. I would agree with that because,
or let's just do the month of June.
So
let's just do the month of June. Month of June, because we're in June.
No. I'll give him everything from 30 days from today back, retroactively. So anything from what's today?
Today's the 18th.
So anything from May 18th to June 18th.
Oh, I mean, I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue. Well, I guess what we have to do is let's do this. We'll have to ask JT, since we made JT the commissioner of the.
Oh yeah, we'll ask the commish. Yeah,
ask the commissioner. If the commissioner,
I don't want to step on the commissioner's toes.
That's right.
Fucking send me like 19 messages.
Well, the commissioner and I have a special episode of the podcast planned. Unfortunately, we had to reschedule today, but the commissioner and I are getting together, and we're going to do something really special for you guys. So. Hope you're going to dig it. We also have our halfway point of the backlog beatdown coming up. So in the next couple of weeks, we've got to knock that out. So it'd be nice to maybe lean in and maybe we can get Rick and Gareth and some of these other guys on to kind of like drop a line and see what they've been playing. Maybe we can do something a little earlier since their time zone's different than ours. Hey, Rick. Yeah. Hey, Gareth, if you listen to the show, let us know. You guys want in? You guys want to come on at the end of the month and do a little backlog beatdown review? We'd love to have you. And that goes out there to, we'll throw JT in there, MZ, Diego, any of you guys, Sadik, if you guys want to come on and kind of give like a little halfway point, especially you guys at the top, even Styling. I'll open it up to all you guys. We'll figure something out. So if you guys are interested, when you listen to this, shoot me a message and we'll set it up. We'll schedule. Even if we just do like I do a segment with each person individually on their own time, I'll make it happen. Or you guys can just record, like a little memo and email it to me and say, hey, this is what I played. This is what I really enjoyed. So either way, that's the backlog beatdown. So it is definitely moving along. We're about to break 300 games beaten.
Oh boy!
So we are getting very, very close. Let's see what is our. I'm looking through it now. We started at number 2. So yeah, so we're at number. Where are we at? Sorry, I hit the button too fast. We are at 293 games beaten. 293 entries. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's insane.
So I wonder if we can beat 1,000. I wonder if as a collective we could beat 1,000 games in 1 year.
If I stop playing bro games, maybe.
Well, don't give up. I know you said something the other day where it seemed like you were kind of throwing in your hat on the 100 for the year.
Oh, I'm throwing that in. There's no way.
Don't do it, man.
I've realized I do not have the time to do it. And there are not enough 1 hour plats, or there are not enough 1 hour stories for me to
listen.
get to
We'll just see how many you and I get, and we'll go from there. Like it was a friendly competition. I think we should just keep it going and just base it on how many games we finish collectively.
100%.
Yeah. Well, my problem is like now I want to play like longer games. Like next on my list after I beat Spider-Man is Days Gone.
Bro, that's
and
a good
one. And I know it's
long as fuck. Though.
Yeah, I say Days Gone. I definitely want to beat. I still haven't finished Horizon Zero Dawn. I still haven't finished the first Horizon. I want to play the second one. I haven't touched Elden Ring in like a month and a half.
You need to finish Elden Ring.
I never even downloaded it. So much I liked it.
PlayStation Plus doesn't want to work right now, so I can't really finish the game I'm playing currently.
Well, you'll figure it out. I believe in you. But let's head on over to community questions.
Ooh.
All right. So this week, you guys, we threw it out there. We wanted to hear what your gaming memories with your fathers were. Since we're recording this, and by the time we get done, or even if not by the time we get done, it'll be right beforehand. It will be getting very close to Father's Day, and I'll be editing this on Father's Day. So we figured we would have a Father's Day related topic, and what we did was we put it out there for you guys to kind of lean into it. So what we're going to do is once again we're going to combine the twat and our community questions. Okay, so we're just going to run one right into the other, since it's going to be a lot of good conversation on there. So first up, Matt G writes in and says, when we first so again, the question that you asked Zach to the community was, what are some of your best gaming memories with your fathers, correct?
With your father or your father figure, because I know some people didn't, everyone has a fatherly figure, I hope. And if not, then we love you, and
then
Darrell
I'll be your
daddy.
father. That's right.
At the same time.
I'll be your pappy.
I need you to get in the mic and just whisper, "I'm your daddy."
What was it? Was it Eddie Guerrero that said, "I'll be your pappy"?
Well, now we have a name for the show.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be your daddy.
You gotta do it in the Sam Elliott voice.
That's right. All right. So Matt G writes in and says, when we first got our NES, my dad tried playing Super Mario Bros. He died on the first Goomba. He was horrible at games and would always joke about stepping in when he saw me fail at a game. I miss those days. Who of the following is the best gaming dad and why? Kratos from God of War, Joel from The Last of Us, Bowser from Mario Bros, Dr. Light from Mega Man, or John Marston from Red Dead Redemption, Ross from Horizon Zero Dawn? That is a really, really good question, Matt. Question of the week so far, I would say. Who's the best gaming dad? So, if what do you guys? I guess let me back it up. What would you guys consider? What makes a dad good?
I mean, I don't know if Kratos is a great dad. He just calls his son. He just straight up
Come
calls
here,
his son
boy.
boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like boy. And I'm like, all right, you disrespectful twat. Like, I wonder if his wife just walks around going, "Yo, you stop calling him boy. Like, he has a fucking name."
His name is Elias. What?
No, Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
It's Ezekiel.
By the way, that's the best thing in wrestling right now. I don't care what anybody says. That is the best thing in wrestling right now.
Oh my god, his promo where he flipped out and he's like, "No, it's definitely you're Elias. What are you talking about?"
You're a liar. You're a liar.
I like when he promoted in
Oh my god,
Becky Lynch.
did you watch the lie detector test one? Did you watch that one, Darrell?
No, I hadn't seen that yet.
So he does a lie detector test. He does it with Chad Gable and Otis.
Yep.
This shit was absolutely hilarious. Go look it up on YouTube. Gold. He's like, "What do you mean? He's not lying. He's telling the truth." "No, he's not. He's obviously Elias."
Okay. Wait a second. Chad Gable's administering the test. Yeah. I did see. I didn't see it all. I saw a clip.
Oh my
I actually,
So
I saw
funny.
a clip on Ezekiel's, on Ezekiel's Instagram.
Dude's living the gimmick.
Dude, it's so good. Like, it is so freaking good.
Oh man, I wish they hire some. They should bring back. They were saying on the internet how they should bring back Damian Sandow to
Yes.
play Elias, and then just like try to get the gimmick paid off, because there's like no way to pay this gimmick off, because obviously he's both guys, so it's like you can't be like, "Oh well." And I miss Elias. I thought Elias was a dope character.
Absolutely.
I mean, his character was just walk with Elias. I mean, it wasn't really that deep of a character, but he played it really well.
I thought it was great, personally, but,
It's not Kratos though.
it's not Kratos. I'm going to go with Ross. Is it Ross or Roth?
I don't know, but like Marsden almost froze his own ass in the snow, so like it's not him. Like he almost died on a mountain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Bowser though.
Oof.
All of his kids have really shiny shells.
They do.
He takes
They do.
good care of his kids.
He does. I'm going to go with Ross because Ross, he adopted Aloy and raised her to be his own, and he never showed that like bad side where he was actually a bad guy who was trying to do a bad thing or a selfish thing and just happened to be for the good of that human. Like Joel is technically a bad guy, even though he is like a great character. Some would say one of the best characters.
He's like Stone Cold. He's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Like he's got to get shit done to get shit done.
That's
And,
right.
Like he knew what he was doing, but he
Ain't
knew
about
that it was,
BS.
but he knew it was for the best of everyone else, and that's why
right.
he did it. Like, and he never waxed he never thought about it like any other way. He's like, this is to help everyone, so I got to make these choices, and only I can make these choices because no one else is man enough to do it, or woman enough to do it, or able to do it. And I think I respect him for the decisions he had. That was a lot of fucking hard choices he had to make in that game.
Yep.
Like, man, that game's so good.
It really is. I want to replay it. I've never beaten the remaster version on PS4.
So good.
Because I beat the PS3 and then they immediately almost came out with the other one. But like since they've announced the remake that I don't think we need and I definitely won't pay that price for, it does make me want to go back and play it. And I didn't. I own part 2, but I don't know that I'll play part 2.
I mean, that's a bargain bin. That's a yield game for me.
But I bought it for $10 like after it came out, like very shortly after it came out. Someone was very unhappy with the game and sold it to me for $10. So
I feel like you ripped that person off.
I mean, hey, it was his price, not mine. So
He said I'll give it to you for $10.
He said some ugly things about it, and yes, gave it to me for $10. So, but the thing was, I had that game spoiled for me in a freaking Game Informer comment thread. Douchebags.
Why are you hanging out with Game Informer comment thread?
Because back in the day, Game Informer used to be one of the best podcasts around, and definitely used to have one of the best setup of hosts and game reviewers. I mean, everyone's done left and kind of done their own thing now, but back in the day, they were the best. So, but either way, so I guess so. We got Bowser, Ross, and
Bowser. So, all right, hold on. Bowser can't be the best either Like he basically like human traffics his children out to fight Mario. Like no,
it's kind of true. It's kind of a bad guy.
He's like, hey, I can't deal with this Mario problem, so I'm gonna have kids to help me outsource fucking enemies for Mario. Like literally, he's like, I'm gonna just use my kids as sponges for Mario. All right, you can't beat him. Next kid up. Like, what is this?
The bad thing is like he's over here clearly running around on their mother because he's trying to kidnap and smash Princess Peach.
Yeah, true.
Unless Princess Peach is in fact their illegitimate mother, so then it wouldn't be a bad thing.
Then kudos to Bowser because he'd been getting that.
Because that means that maybe Mario's the bad guy.
Oh my God, it's Karate Kid all over again. Mario really is the bad guy.
That's right. So okay. So Jared writes in. Says a long time ago. Hey, here comes the poetry section.
Oh boy.
A long time ago in my first year of college, I took an introduction to anthropology class. I understand that around the world there are cultural differences. Maybe in tribe herd, it is customary to poo in the bed where your lover rests his head. Is the turd from herd understandable if she thinks this is acceptable? Herd might think thou shalt sleep where your lover's butt leaks.
Ridiculous.
What if Herd thought it was acceptable to use Johnny's bed as a turd receptacle? Good Lord.
I just can't. I can't anymore. I feel like we need like a jingle to like introduce his segment, and he should just come on and read these himself. Like he just send it in every week. Like
it's so funny. You know, it's hilarious because like I think I said this last week, but a lot of the mortgage companies are like posting memes of trying to contact her to sell her houses to pay her debts off. And it's just so freaking hilarious. Like she's a joke across the whole world in every industry for pooping in the bed.
I just think it's hilarious how like she still thinks she's not the problem.
Oof. To be that wrong.
Like I saw some interviews like the other day where she was like, I don't understand how people believe him. I'm like,
really?
Are you kidding me? You're a clown. It's an ass clown. Like
That's
straight
right.
up.
This just in.
Yeah.
Ever pooped in the bed again. So, all right. Rick writes in. He says, when I was growing up, my dad didn't really play games that much. My first computer was an old Atari 65XE with a tape deck. One day, my dad came home with a couple of magazines that had some code you could use. We literally sat there for about 2 hours typing these lines. Good Lord, lines and lines of code. I'm talking 2 or 3 or 4 page worth of code. When we eventually finished, we could run the code, and the poopiest pixelated firework display you've ever seen goes off for about 30 seconds. So I'm talking just big orange squares creeping up the screen and splitting into 4 to look like fireworks. The fireworks were shite, but the 2 hours we sat with my dad typing this code up was great. That's awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it really is. I love hearing stuff like that. A couple of years later, I had a Mega Drive, and my dad fell in love with Megalomania, called Tyrant's Fight Through Time in the U.S. It's one of the few games he'd sit down and watch me play. I know that when I went to bed, he'd play along into the night. Also, Discworld 2 was a point and click that we played together. Growing up a gamer and then being able to share my hobby with my son is the greatest thing ever. It's weird when I catch myself thinking that maybe he's playing a bit too much when I know dang well that I was just as bad or worse even. I can only hope that 30 years from now, he can sit there and remember playing co-op with his old man and smile like I am right now. Heck yeah, dude. Like, I want to give a shout out to Rick. You know, he's been posting a lot of stuff of him and his son playing together. They went to like this really cool looking arcade the other day. And I want to piggyback right off of that and say that's what I'm doing, man. Like my dad, I guess this is kind of where my answer for the twat fits in for tonight. But my dad worked a ton when I was a kid. And the only time I saw him was really late at night. So he would come in from work. I mean, you're talking 9, 10 o'clock at night. Eat some food. And then he would come upstairs to what we called our entertainment room, which is our game room. And he'd be like, he'd pull out Mortal Kombat. He'd pull out, Sonic. He'd pull out all kinds of stuff. Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2. And that's what we do. We play games together all night long. And one of the best games, and I've got a ton of gaming memories with my dad. The reason why I even became a gamer is even though our family was like a big sports family, like my dad worked so much that like gaming was about the only thing you could do really late at night that didn't, that you could hang out and play. And so my mom and dad had an Atari. They played Pong together, Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man, stuff like that. On and up, we've had every console. We've always owned games, and that's why, because he worked so much that late at night is the only time you could really hang out together. And so one night, I believe I should have been going to bed because I had school the next day. My dad comes home. He goes, "Hey son, I got this new Nintendo game. It was called Narc. Did you guys ever play Narc?"
Yeah,
Nope.
Narc's the shit,
Dude, Narc is so incredibly good. Absolutely amazing. It's a 2D side scroll shoot 'em up, but you're like these little cops, and you're on you could arrest people, you could kill them, you could drive cars, run people over, but you were like busting like drug addicts and stuff like that, and it was just so cool. But we just sat there and we played Narc. I mean, I don't remember how late it was. In my mind now, it was probably 2, 3 in the morning. We were playing Double Dribble on NES. So it's like we would play Narc until we got like kind of to a point where we couldn't play it anymore, or we kept dying or whatever. And then we played Double Dribble. And I remember staying up with my dad until like the sun come up, just playing video games, playing Nintendo. And then when my parents got divorced, we were, we kind of carried on that tradition. But when my parents got divorced, my dad didn't sleep, dude. He was so like messed up over my mom leaving that like he would go and buy GameCube games and he would be like, "Let's play." That's what took his mind off stuff. So we would work, and my dad worked multiple jobs at the time. So we get home real late at night, and I remember he bought WWE Day of Reckoning. You guys remember that one?
Yep.
That was such a good wrestling game, and we would beat the brakes off my dad. And he would play every night. Every night he would play, and we'd play with him. We'd do cage matches, we'd do whatever, all kinds of matches. I think they really started getting pretty decent hardcore matches in that game. And so finally, after months and months and months of playing Day of Reckoning, the dude finally got to where he could beat us. But see, my brother and I, we played it a bunch too during the day, so we'd kind of be tired of playing. And then my dad's like, "Come on, son, let's play some wrestling." And I'm like, "Nah, Dad, I'm not really feeling it." "Oh, come on, I'm finally kicking your A, and now you don't want to play no more." So, yeah, definitely Narc and Day of Reckoning are just two of the many amazing gaming memories I have with my dad. All right, Gaz writes in and says, "My dad has never been into gaming in a big way. However, there have been times where we've enjoyed gaming experiences together. One Christmas, he surprised us with an Amiga 500. It came with Lemmings, Captain Planet, a Simpsons game, and PGA Tour Golf. The golf game was the only one we played regularly together. He was never big into consoles and was pretty against me and my two brothers having one. However, one Christmas, after we thought we had opened all of our presents, he pulled out the final one out from behind the sofa, which was the Sega Saturn with Sega Rally, Craig Stadler Golf, and Daytona USA. It was a huge surprise, and he sat and played those games with us during the Christmas holiday. We haven't done any gaming together in quite a few years, but most recently, we used to crack open SingStar and Buzz Quiz on the PS3 when the family got together, and he used the VR headset quite a few times, which blows his mind. He knows it's one of my hobbies, and whilst he used to give me a bit. I'm reading that. Hang on, let me split the 2 pages. Well, he used to give me a bit of a stick over it for ages. I think he's realized how gaming is much more socially acceptable pastime these days for people of all ages. Now for the question. I'm personally really looking forward to the new Jordan Peele film Nope, acronym of Not of Planet Earth. But what films are you most looking forward to seeing, and we'll say this year?
That's tough because like I saw the 2 that I wanted to see this year. Saw them both already. Wanted to see Scream, and that was in January, and I wanted to see Jurassic World, and that I just saw it. So
What'd you think?
Oh, it was good.
oh, did we all see it?
Yeah, we've all seen it.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, we're doing it. Oh, Super Loop Bros. We're going through the whole series. Let's go. Deep dive on all of Jurassic World. Oh my god, it looks
dude, my
so
son
fucking
loves that.
good.
I wish I could get my wife in on that. Like, she's the big fan of it. We went and saw it the day after it came out for her birthday specifically.
Oh my god, how they tied everything back to the first movie. Oh,
Yup.
chef's kiss. Wow. Like, I was like, this. I was like, oh, when they said the guy's name in the beginning of the movie, I was like, oh, I know who that is. So I read the books.
I know.
So you guys like the new movie?
I liked it a
good,
lot.
yeah.
Actually, I liked it a lot. When you told me why you didn't like it, like when you were like, oh, it's kind of all over the place. It's kind of like, the best of hits of like every movie.
Right.
I feel like it captured what a Jurassic Park movie was, but I felt like they intertwined enough story in there, enough good story. Like, this is probably my second favorite Jurassic Park movie of all time. Like, I like this, maybe third. So I like this one. It goes for me. It goes Jurassic Park. It goes Jurassic World. Then it goes this, and then it goes after that. It goes Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic Park Lost World, and then
You like 3 better than Lost World? What is wrong with you?
It has Julianne Moore in it, and she's the fucking most terrible actress on the planet. She ruins anything she's in, and I cannot watch that movie. It's just terrible. Terrible movie.
Oh, all right. We'll talk more about this on our episode.
Yeah, I definitely liked it a lot. Like, I don't want to spoil anything either because, man, that movie's so good and everybody should go see it. I'm so happy it's doing so well. And it sucks that it's over because, like, they're not making it anymore. They pretty much, even Colin Trevorrow's like, no. But I'm really glad that, like, he was able to direct. And you could see so I feel like, and not to get too into this because, like, we should probably do this on a deep dive and I'll probably mention it again, but, like, it's the same instance as Star Wars Episode 7 and the last Star Wars movie and the middle movie. Because they're so directionless without their director for the second movie, the movie just wasn't as good as the first and the last one. Because Colin Trevorrow didn't do the second movie, because he did Star Wars, you could see like where the divide was between the first movie and the third movie. Like, the second movie is just not very good. Like, Fallen Kingdom's all over the place.
It was decent. I won't say it was terrible. But it was definitely better than 3.
No, 3's a good movie.
3, it wasn't that great.
It's a good movie, though. It's a good movie. Is it, like, I like they tried so much different stuff with that, but they also brought it back to an island, which I thought was good. Like, I really like it. I mean, I like Jurassic World a lot too, though, because I feel like going back to Isla Nublar and building another theme park on the same, basically right next to the other one and just leaving the other one there, I thought that was pretty fucking cool. And then when they go there, like, oh man, we could talk about this all night. I don't want to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got to see Scream. Scream was amazing. And I'm really psyched for Nope. I am, because I'm a huge Jordan Peele fan. But I saw the trailer and it really doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, same.
Like, it was a terrible trailer. Like, terrible. Like, I watched it and I'm like, the fuck is this? Like, I'm hoping that trailer is like the first 5 minutes of the movie and then it keeps going, because apparently this is like his first First Encounters with the Third Kind or whatever. This is like his take on that, basically. Like, this is his like magnum opus. He's saying this is the movie he's most proud of, and I'm like, I'll give it a shot because I'll watch anything this guy creates because he's amazing. So I'm very psyched to see that. Other than that, I really want to see Top Gun because Top Gun looks cool, and I
I've
like
heard
the guy.
nothing but good things about it.
I mean, friggin' Miles Teller's in it, so Miles Teller's pretty much amazing in everything he's into. So,
I hear it's really good.
and then I think for the end of the year, I think the only other, I mean, I want to see Thor. Thor looks dope. Like Love and Thunder looks dope. Like,
yeah.
I really think it looks dope, and I think she looks really good as female Thor, like really good. So I'm excited for that. I'd have to look up what else is left for the year because I can't really think of anything.
Movie wise, no. Show wise, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, the last 2 episodes of Stranger Things, like that pops in my head.
Yep, the last 2 episodes. Cobra Kai coming back in September.
Ah, dude, Cobra Kai, my god. After last year's cliffhanger, we can do a super loot on Cobra Kai too. Oh my god, I could talk about that show all day. Oh, dude, Chosen's my man.
So I obviously the Batman already came out, so that was super super hot on my radar. I really want to see Bullet Train.
Oh, that movie looks great.
Yeah. That movie looks like
out?
Oh, it looks great. Yeah.
Soon, very soon. That movie looks like it's gonna be wild. The first trailer for Bullet Train looked like it was like a bunch of like assassins and mercenaries that are all like trying to kill Brad Pitt on a train, and then right before Jurassic World's movie, like the new trailer they showed has like a lot more that like shows it's not just an isolated thing on a train, which I think I like the idea of them just being on a train better. So we'll see.
I mean, it's called Bullet Train for a reason.
Yeah. I already saw Morbius. I thought Morbius was much better than it had any right to be.
Did you see it twice?
You're the only one.
No. I didn't see it twice. I just watched it once.
You paid money for that. You realize you're part of that like $43 million that it made, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not 43. What did it make? Like it made like way less than that, didn't it? It made
I don't
like
know.
nothing. It made like nothing.
Either way, I thought it was a much better movie than I expected it, and I like it. I like the movie. I'll own it on Blu-ray. Like I will definitely buy this movie.
Again, you will be the only one to buy it.
So, but hey, you know what? I mean, it is.
Somebody's got
to
buy it, you know.
That's right. Not everything's for everybody, but that one was for me. I took the kids to see The Bad Guys. The Bad Guys was really good. That's that new.
Good? My Elliot wanted to
show.
see it a lot, like real bad, but like,
yeah,
yo, she can't sit in a movie theater.
It was fun.
Never again.
So, as for stuff that still hasn't come out yet, I think it's called Uma. I was trying to find it. Umo. There's a couple weird looking horror movies coming out, or maybe thrillers.
Oh, the Black Phone. I really want to
the
see
Black
that.
Phone's one. Yeah, the other one is called Uma. I think
Black
it is.
Phone's next month, right?
No, it's the 24th of this month.
Yeah, that's coming up.
It's coming up real soon. And then Lightyear just came out yesterday.
Yeah, Lightyear's getting good reviews.
That looked like booty though.
It does.
I mean,
it actually doesn't.
It's not. I mean, it's basically fucking Halo. Basically, what it is.
No, I've seen that trailer like 3 times, 4 times. I'm like, this looks terrible.
It's like Halo. It's like Master Chief. It's like Master Chief the movie.
Yeah. My daughter wants to see the new Minions: The Rise of Gru.
Yes, that looks really funny.
It looks funny. I'll go see that.
And I also want to see The Coven.
Isn't there another Disney movie coming out?
I haven't heard of that one yet. I'll look up that trailer.
What the hell is the big one coming out in the fall? There's something coming out in the fall. What the hell is it? I mean, TV shows. Lord of the Rings looks amazing. That Amazon Prime Lord of the Rings show that's coming out.
Yeah,
I haven't. Some people have gotten, what are they? The reviewers and stuff have gotten stuff. They have not given it good marks.
Is it next month? Resident Evil.
Is it? I don't know. That's a Darrell question.
Isn't that next month?
I don't know, dude.
The trailer just came out.
The trailers are looking better. Like I'm actually kind of worried because the trailers are looking good.
I'm happy it's just not a retread. Like they're giving us something different.
I just don't understand what they're doing with Wesker and the Wesker children because it's just like it's not even close. It's not even in the same ballpark as what. So I don't know what version of Wesker this is supposed to be. If this guy's supposed to be a different Wesker or what. But it's like I don't know. I've been hurt so much with Resident Evil though. It's like I don't really want to take another taking cannonballs to the balls. That's what it feels like. So, but yeah, that's what I want to see this year.
Yeah, like I said, I'm really excited. I really want to see the Black Phone. I need a really, really good horror movie, and apparently it's got a 10 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes, which doesn't happen all that often, especially for horror movies.
Yeah, it's a really weird time for horror movies because it's like the only other horror movie I really want to see that's not even like they just started doing pre-production. Actually, I think they either just shot it or they're finished shooting it. Is Happy Death Day 3? Like that's coming out.
I like the first one. The second one just wasn't really my cup of tea.
The first one's amazing.
Yeah,
What a cool concept. The remake of Final Destination is going to be cool. I'm excited for that. I mean, the CEO at Blumhouse Studios is talking to get the rights to Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street right now. But he said if he gets Friday the 13th, he wants Robert Englund to play Freddy one last time. So,
I would love that. That would be so cool.
Cross my fingers it'll happen. I mean, he's pretty much said he doesn't want to play Freddy anymore. Like when he did that shot on the Goldbergs a few years ago, he said that was it. He didn't want to do it anymore. I know he doesn't even dress up as conventions as Freddy anymore. Like he just goes as himself now, and he won't dress up. I think he's 75 years old now. Up there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see him do it one more time. Oh, Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills comes out in October.
It does.
I'm excited to see how they wrap this up. I mean, the last movie was crazy fucking tour de force, like just kill. And it looked pretty cool. Rob Zombie's The Munsters looks really cool.
I haven't seen anything about that yet. So
I saw a lot of like shots on like set and stuff, and then Johnny Depp's rumored to be in Beetlejuice 2 because they're rumored to be doing a Beetlejuice 2 now. So we'll see how that works out. But I don't know. Like it'll be an interesting year for movies.
Black Adam looks like it's gonna be pretty good.
Black Adam trailer was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I don't like, and if you guys want to talk about this, I don't know. Like there does not need to be 30 minutes of trailers before a movie starts. It's absolutely absurd. Like this, it's absurd.
I love the trailers.
Yeah, but we need 15 minutes, man. Like let's go back to like 15 minutes. Like 30 minutes is a lot of trailers. A lot.
If the trailers are good, 30 minutes is great. If the trailers are bad, 15 minutes is plenty.
Yeah, but I also I want to watch the damn movie I came to see. Like I'm not all about at this point. I'm like, I don't know, man. There's way too many trailers. It's like, what the fuck is this?
All right, Diego writes in.
Avatar's coming out.
Yep. Yeah, Avatar movies are
trash.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not super excited for this one.
Moving on. Diego writes in and says, for me, my dad was never into gaming. In fact, he disliked it to a certain degree. He felt that gaming was a waste of time, money, and a bad influence spiritually. He's a hardcore Christian, which I can understand now, given his background coming from a third world country. Nowadays, whenever he sees me gaming, he still criticizes me at times, but he always mentioned that he's glad my vice is gaming opposed to alcohol, drugs, or being in the streets.
Word up.
Do what?
I'll say word up to that because my
right.
parents gave me shit all the time growing up about playing games, but out of all my siblings, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do none of that stuff.
Don't do bad stuff.
So, man, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Got him. All right. So while I may not have those special video game memories with him, referring to his dad, the closest one is this occasion where I convinced him to play foosball at a laundromat when I was a kid. I had never seen that side of him at that time, being competitive and actually having fun. That right there was what made it memorable for me, which brings up my question. I know a few of the Loot Bros had a religious upbringing, and I was curious, didn't your parents at the time feel that gaming was a bad influence / the devil's work, given in various aspects of them being, quote, worldly, using the examples, drugs, killing, sexual stuff, etc.? Now that you guys are adults and are parents, can you understand why the religious parents think that? I'll start off with this one, and I think that my parents were not religious people. That is a world I dove into all on my own. And I don't. My parents didn't give a freak about anything I said and did. So it is pretty comical, pretty funny that me and my buddies would get together on Wednesday nights, go to church, and then after church go play Grand Theft Auto 3 until we had to go to school the next day. That was pretty much the routine when GTA 3 came out. It was like, oh my gosh, let's go praise the Lord, and then let's go pick up hookers and then beat them up and take our money back. So,
Your money back.
you got to make that money. So you got to have it. So as a parent now, on the flip side, it's different. I'm the religious parent. I'm also the gamer nerd. I'm also fostering an environment where my kids can play games. But I try really hard to streamline the content, and I try to be mindful. I'll give you an example. Today, I let my kids play Friday the 13th with me. Now, I let them play Dead by Daylight, and Dead by Daylight has some very witchcrafty, satanic imagery and stuff like that in there, you know? And so, like, it took a while for me to loosen up to actually let them play that one. Just because there's just weird things in there, and anything with the killers and stuff, it just makes me like, at Noah's age, I was playing everything under the sun. Like, there was I had complete free access to everything. So I'm trying to be mindful and lenient because I don't want my kids to be going sneak around and play stuff. So I try to just be like, all right, let's dive into it together. If you have any questions, let's talk about it. I try to make sure everything's open and on the up and up because I don't want my kids to hide things from me, and I want to be able to explain things to them as we encounter them, because you can't shelter them from the world. The world exists, right? But I am apprehensive, and I'm apprehensive for a multitude of different reasons. Not just for the religious convictions, but like, I do believe kids need to be kids, man. Let them be kids and innocent for as long as they can, because when it's gone for good. You don't get that innocence back, That being said, using Friday the 13th as an example, some of the kills are kind of brutal, some of that stuff's kind of gruesome. And then some of the menus are, what we would deem inappropriate in the house. So if one of the examples was, there is a loading screen where a girl is in her panties and she's facing the water. She's like waist deep in water, or just under her butt, I guess is where the water, and she's turned back and she's not wearing a top, but granted, she's covered. She's got her arms up. And I was like, okay, that's a topless woman covering herself. So it's like, is it the worst thing we've ever seen? No. But then I heard my 7-year-old go, ugh, why is she naked? And my 11-year-old was like, just don't look at it. And I'm like, it's little things like that like, as adults, you don't pay that any mind at all. But then when your kids see it, you kind of cringe a bit. It's like, maybe maybe this one wasn't the best idea.
No, you can tell how well you raise your kids based by their comments, though. Like, right, your older one's like, don't look at it. He's not. Yeah. Oh shit, boobies. Like,
yeah, but
he's not like, oh man, bitch, move your hands.
Oh god, dog. But you know what?
I would have been like that.
Yeah, see, I was different. I was way. Yeah,
we've heard about your basement stories.
Yeah, that's right. He'd been like, give me that banana. But
where's my chocolate banana at?
What's funny is when I was at their age, I was just, but again, it was exposure. I was allowed to see anything I could get. I mean, there was no boundaries when I was a kid.
I mean, I grew up probably similar to you. Like, your dad probably watched like kung fu movies and stuff. Did you watch
Absolutely.
Stuff like that?
Yep.
Did he let you watch like all the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, like Hard Target?
That's right.
And, like,
Time Cop.
Double
that
Impact.
Stuff. Yeah.
Double Impact was my favorite as a kid. There were 2 Jean-Claudes, not just one.
That's
2.
right. That's crazy. I watched everything. So I mean, like, but that was the thing too. Like, I was watching rated R films when I was Paxton's age.
Dude, my dad took me to see Terminator 2 in the motherfucking movie theater.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the theater.
Yep.
Like, shout out to my dad. He's dope. Like, happy Father's Day, Papi, because like, that's awesome, man. Like, he took me to see Terminator 2, and he was like, "Yeah, so put some hair on your balls. Go see it."
that was a saying. That was what Dad said back in the day. It was like, "Yeah, I'll put hair on your balls." I'm like, okay.
It's like, man up, we're gonna go see this man movie.
It's like, we watched Interview with a Vampire, and I saw Bush for the first time. I was like 8.
Like, what's that?
I was like, ugh, why she have so much hair? Ugh. Never recovered from that one, actually. So yeah, so I don't know. To answer your question, Diego, I do understand where religious parents and conservative parents come from when they are like, I don't. This is a bad influence. Is it the devil's work? It's possible. But as an adult, I am that parent, and I just try really hard to take a realistic approach to things, and no conversations off limits in this house.
I just think my daughter's always going to find it anyway. There's so much access on YouTube and everything. Like, she's going to find it. She walks around going, Chucky this and Chucky that. And I'm like, she's 5.
Yeah.
And she's not afraid of it. But I think that's great but I also think it's scary because, like, they're so desensitized to, like, violence and, like, everything else around them that, like, they don't think it's, like, a big thing when it actually happens in real life. And I'm like, that's what scares me.
Yeah.
Like, they don't think that things are a big deal when they happen. And I think that's the thing that I always worry about with the content that I let my daughter see. But, like, she knows right from wrong and not to do that stuff. Like, but like, she loves Harley Quinn, and like, unfortunately, all that stuff is not really appropriate for her to watch.
Right.
Yeah. Like, well, yeah. For example, like today, my daughter, we were sitting together on the couch and watching TV, and I was messing with her. I was like, I'm gonna karate chop you, and for some reason, out of nowhere, she's just like, I'm gonna chop your head off, and I was like, what? I was like, you're 5?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Where did you hear that? I don't know. Okay, well, we don't talk about that, sweetie. That's a threat. And if you were daddy's age, that daddy wouldn't have taken that one nicely.
Not only that, but like, you go to school and say that, and that's a whole new can of worms these days.
Yeah, no kidding.
We were allowed to say whatever we wanted to each other back in the day, but not anymore.
Guess what?
Suck it in the hallway and then make
Modern
yell it right
Modern Warfare 2 comes out this year, so we get those lobbies back, baby. Let's go.
We're gonna hear racism and homophobia all over again.
It's gonna be so bad.
Can't wait to see how many people bang my mom.
Oh my god! It'll be like
so bad.
We'll start imitating like Talladega Nights. Be like, I'm gonna jump you like a spider monkey.
That's right.
Chick, I'm 8 years old, but I still beat your ass.
Great movie.
So funny. So yeah,
come at you like a spider monkey.
But yeah, like so I can agree with you on a lot of those points, Darryl. So like, we tried not to let my daughter like play or watch like anything inappropriate. So like she's not allowed to watch us play like Call of Duty Zombies because A, I don't want her having nightmares, and B, I just don't want her thinking that like shooting people and stuff is okay or anything like that. I just don't want her to like think that is like the norm, which is why, like, don't get me wrong, one of the first games I bought her, like video game wise, was Halo 3, but she is not allowed to play it until she is of age.
There you go.
There's a lot of stuff that like we monitor what you watch, even kids shows, like some of these like shows are weird to the point where they're like culty almost. And like she's not allowed she's not allowed to watch Blippi. Look, I don't like, that dude is creepy as shit. She's not allowed. We don't do the Cocoa Melon thing anymore. Like, there's just certain things that are just like, no, off limits. Like, there was this one show. It was like kids versions of like the dark, like the Grimm, like Tales of the Grimm or whatever, the Grimm brothers.
Yeah.
Books. There's like a kids show on Netflix, and it's in the kids section. But I think that's where she got like the chopping the head off thing and stuff, because it does, like, it talks about death, and I'm just like, how is this a kid's show? Like, how is it, like, what?
That's another thing too. You gotta be careful of, is just how like the sexualization of children's programming has become. And that's another thing. Like, I that's just a rule, man. I whatever they want to see, I have to watch. I have to watch it. If I don't watch it first, I'll watch it with them. And there's so many times that there's things put in there now, especially with the Netflix programming, that I'm just like, how is this even, like, what is our rating standard anymore? Because it's just, look at children's programming when we were kids and look at children's programming now, and it's just like, I don't know. Like,
I don't get it anymore, because, like, we had like YC17, like YC7 ratings and stuff like that. Like, it was age based when we were kids. So our parents was like, okay, what's the age rating on this? Okay, yeah, you're not allowed to watch this. It's like 7 and you're 4 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or like it's 13 and you're 10. So no. I had a little leniency with like violence and stuff, I guess, to an extent, because like my grandfather was like real big into like old sci-fi movies and like karate movies and stuff like that, like old kung fu movies. But like the most I was exposed like when I was younger at first was like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Like, that was the most violence like as a kid that I watched until I got a little bit older. Like old enough to remember. So like when like to the point where I'm old enough to remember the things that I watched.
Yeah. Yeah.
Power Rangers is violent as fuck.
It really is. But you know, like yeah, so it's weird nowadays, you know. So yeah, definitely monitor what they watch and play. Like I think the most that she plays now is like she'll play Kung Fu Panda every once in a while.
Yep.
And Minecraft. That is it.
Yeah, I just, you know, like I said, just going back to it, like for me, it's not like, don't get me wrong, watching these YouTubers, like I hate YouTube. Like I have like an aversion to YouTube because like my kids watch YouTube all the time. And I'm like, I have to screen these YouTubers. I have to watch it. And then some of these YouTubers that started off kid friendly have now tried to veer off of that, or they've started separate channels that are not kid friendly. And it's like, you know, you have to be careful because there's just the way entertainment is set up for kids today is like, I mean, these kids are born with YouTube in their hand. It's ridiculous. And like, it's just no holds barred. And I don't know. I feel like their innocence is so worth my time. Like, even when it sucks.
Yeah.
Even when it sucks. Because like I said, when they're not going to be innocent forever. And when that's gone, it's gone. You know,
do your kids like Mr. Beast, Daryl?
Yeah, they like Mr. Beast.
I think Mr. Beast is hilarious. But like, I would let my daughter watch Mr. Beast. There ain't nothing bad on those.
Well, if you go back a few years, there's the language is a little different. Once he figured out the algorithms, they cut the cursing and things like that out so they could be monetized. But if you go back to even 3 years, which you know we have, and they'll start dropping some F-bombs in their videos and stuff.
I mean, I think his earlier content, like where they would like sit outside in a house, and like first person to take their hand off, or last person to take their hand off the house wins it. Like I was like, oh, this is genius content.
My kids love that stuff, dude. My kids
genius. Or like how many times have you watched with them? Oh, let's see how many things you can put in this triangle.
Yep.
Like how many times can you do that one video? But this guy does it over and over again and still makes so much money.
Yep.
Did you see that one where he had the African American lady and she was like, "Oh, how many cars can you fit in this triangle?" And then she fit like 4 cars in there, and he goes, "Oh, look, you get to keep these." And she's like, "What?" Yeah, you can keep all of them.
It's crazy.
But I mean, his whole story is absolutely fantastic, though. Like how he like took this money and then just kept turning it around and turning it around and turning it around.
He said he still has to take out loans from time to time because he spends all the money making the videos.
Yeah.
So it's pretty wild, dude. Yeah, he was on Joe Rogan. That was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, so when he explained like his whole process, I was like, dude, like that's pretty impressive. I think one of my favorite videos he's ever done is the one where he took the Uber from like one side of the country to the other. Just because he wanted to see how much it would cost. And I was like, it's insane that like I would sit there and watch this, but I'm like enthralled.
It's crazy, man. Some people got it. Some people got a knack for this stuff. So.
And to think he started, the way he started was making Minecraft videos in his car.
Yep. Sitting outside of college when he was supposed to be in school. So we can learn a lot from that guy, actually.
He showed school.
That's right. All right. Last question. I'm styling on you, bro. Writes in, says, no memory of gaming with a father or a father figure. Always played with bro and sis, and parents hated us gaming. Here's my question. What is the one game each of you would absolutely hate having to play if pledged?
No.
No. Nice try, sucker.
You know what I would hate to play? I would.
Resident Evil 2?
Absolutely. Dude, I would hate.
You know what? I would hate to play The Quarry. I hate it. I would absolutely hate to play The Quarry. I have no desire to play that game. None.
Yep. I would hate to play The Quarry. I would really hate to play Resident Evil 6 because that's renowned as like the worst Resident Evil game.
Man, if you pledged me to play that game, I would be so mad.
Yeah. I'd be pissed, personally. I'd take it as personal offense.
Yeah, I take it
actually.
a personal offense too. I'm like, what am I, racist?
Yeah. I actually, you know, if you pledged me to play a Resident Evil game, I don't know that I would read your name on the leaderboards anymore. I would retaliate.
I would take your mother out to a nice steak dinner, and I would never call her again.
I don't. You know what? I don't think. I think I would hate to play Halo 3 ODST.
Dude, that would
I've never played it ever.
That would be terrible. You know what I would hate? I would hate to play the Order 1886 on one of my alternate accounts so I could regain all the trophies.
I would hate to play Conan Exiles with the Dong Slider.
Oh, that's amazing.
Imagine if somebody actually pledged you to get the platinum in that game with no but you couldn't use any of the modding.
Is it even possible without the modding?
I don't know.
I'll never know because I got the platinum.
I do too.
All right, guys, it's time to land the plane. But first, you need to tell us your best, favorite, or most memorable gaming memories with your fathers. Starting with you, Joe.
Oh man, so many. I mean, so many. Darrell, I had the same kind of situation. My parents got divorced. I don't know when yours did, but I was around 9. I was 9 when my parents got divorced. So I remember
I was 13. I'm sorry.
I remember a few memories. One that stands out is Christmases were always interesting because my parents always collaborated for Christmas, even though they couldn't stand each other. They always collaborated. So I remember when I got my Sony PlayStation for Christmas Eve at my dad's house. I was like, oh shit, I got a PlayStation, but no fucking games. I was like, this sucks.
Thanks, Dad.
I was like, way to suck, Dad. Couldn't even
No wonder you and Mom got a divorce.
Yeah.
You didn't buy games with the PlayStation.
You didn't buy games for the systems. Jeez. Wonder she left you. Terrible fucker. No.
Happy Father's Day.
Father's Day. No. So he got me.
What if Joe's dad decides to listen to
this episode?
This is the episode he's gonna listen to for Father's Day.
He got me the PlayStation, right? So then my mom. This is the first year she ever did it, but my mom is a genius when it comes to Christmas, absolute fucking genius. So all she bought me for Christmas was clothes, right? That's it.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, back in the 90s and early 2000s, how you had all the clothes were baggy as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the pockets were huge.
Oh yeah, kickwares, Jinkos.
Yep. So she put PlayStation 1 games. She put PlayStation 1 games wrapped in each one of the pockets of my jeans. Fucking, I will never forget that for the rest of my life. That is the bomb strategy to hide games on your children. Is put them in the worst presents possible. It's like, surprise, you got socks. Oh, in the socks are all your DS games.
That's amazing.
That's just come on. How could you be more creative?
See, I'm a weirdo when it comes to that kind of stuff because, so one of my favorite gifts every year was from my grandparents, and we got pajama pants every year,
I get pajama pants from my in-laws every year,
and that was the only thing that I was allowed to open and wear. Or open on Christmas Eve was that, so we could wear it on Christmas.
My father let us open one gift a year, but it was only from select 3. So he would do this thing where he put out 3 gifts on a table, and my sisters and I would always pick the ones that looked like games, and every time we'd be fucked over because they weren't games, and my dad was too smart. He'd be like, we're gonna pick the one that looks like a game. So the one year he put he took all the games out of the game things. And he threw them out, which infuriated me, my sister and I. We like to open everything and have it all and keep the packaging. So we were pissed. But he put a game in a giant ass mug, and then he put another one in a toy where he gutted the toy and put the game inside of it.
Dude, that's awesome.
And I was like, damn, how are my parents so creative with putting Christmas together? But they couldn't stay together. Man. It's fuck.
If only you guys put this much effort into your marriages.
Exactly. Fuck them, right? No, man. Having 2 Christmases was baller. It's baller.
He said it was all worth it.
It was baller. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, he bought me my first PlayStation, so shout out to that. He bought me my second Game Boy. He bought me that Play It Loud red colored Game Boy. I love that thing. I love my red Game Boy. That was my favorite gift I've ever gotten on a Christmas. And I was surprised when I got it because like I already had a functioning Game Boy. I'm like, why am I getting another one? So I open it and I'm like, fuck is this? I already have a Game Boy, Dad. He's like, yeah, but this one's new. I was like, okay. So like I wasn't super excited about it because I was like, oh man, if he bought me a Game Boy, he didn't buy me no games. Because Game Boys were like $100 back in the day, but that $100 was a lot back in the day.
Yeah,
they were. Yeah, I remember the first thing I bought for myself, and it was with Christmas money from my dad. It was a Game Boy Advance SP.
Oh, I got one of those for my birthday from my dad. He
he didn't buy it for me. He gave me enough money. He gave me. I pulled all of my money together, but he gave me like the biggest chunk of change because I was like, Dad, I really, really, really want this. And he's like, okay. And he's like, how much do you have? And I was like, I think it was 140 at the time.
It was $150. Yeah, they were 150.
Yeah. And I was like, I really, really want one of these. And he's like, well, how much do you have? I was like, I have $120. He's like, okay. He's like,
my dad was
with the rest.
Always very. I think the biggest memory I have of my dad is like, he's the reason why I'm a gamer today, and he's still a gamer now, and he's in his late 60s. So I'm sorry, early 70s, and he's still gaming. He's still gaming with the best of us. But like he 100%ed every single Crash Bandicoot game that exists. And to this day, I still can't 100% one of them. So like, shout out to my dad. He crushes games. Like he's really good at video games.
You suck, Joe.
Yeah, I suck. I'm not even on my dad's level. Sad. Fuck me. Apparently, fuck me a lot today. But like seriously, like he never like he never said no whenever I wanted a video game when I was a kid. Like never. Like he bought me Turtles in Time. I'll never forget that either. Like because my mom bought me a Super Nintendo for my 10th birthday, and my dad took me to the store to get 3 games. I got Street Fighter 2, Ninja Turtles 4, and I do not remember what the third one was. But the 2 of them are probably 2 of my favorite games of all time, and 2 games I have a lot of memories with my family with. But like, yeah, like, man, countless memories with my dad. Like, I remember I bought a PlayStation, and then he liked it so much when I brought it over, he bought his own PlayStation.
That's dope.
He wouldn't let me touch it.
He didn't buy no games for it.
Got your own. What happened?
So he didn't buy no games for it though.
No, he had a lot of games because my dad and I, like, we have a collector's bug. That's where I get it from. Like he just bought games. Like I was like, Dad, you still have all your PlayStation stuff? He's like, yeah. He's like, you'll get you. I was like, you can come get it, or I'll ship it to you when I'm done. I'm like, you mean when you die? He's like, yeah. He's like, you can have it all. I was like, oh shit. Because that collection is crazy. He's got like every single Point Blank game in the box because he loves Point Blank. It's like one of his favorite series. You know the on rail shooter, Darrell? Point Blank.
I know what you're talking about.
Dude, he loves those games. He has all of them in the boxes. So, dude, my dad's a crazy collector. Like, shout out to my dad. Love my dad very much. And God rest my mom's soul. Like I wish she was still here, but like I know it's not, Mother's Day, but like she was a big part of my gaming history too. Like my dad and my mom played video games. Like my mom played Tetris every night when I went to sleep. She stole my Game Boy out of my room and would play Tetris until like she fell asleep. Like she was mad good at Tetris. She's mad good at Street Fighter too. Like she'd do that cheap ass Chun-Li combo and like just wouldn't let it go. But yeah, my mom and my dad are very instrumental in why I'm such a gamer, and they never discouraged it. They always thought I did it way too much, but when, like I said, I have the same interesting reaction they have when I became an adult. Is like, while all my friends were out like going to bars and stuff in like college or like late high school, like I just stayed with my core group of friends and we just played video games in the basement, or we just played video games in my room, and I still talk to most of those people now. And my friends who went out drinking don't talk to any of those friends anymore.
Yep.
So like we kept our friend group pretty close and tight, and I think it's really a testament to my mom and my dad, like just fostering my gaming and using it as reinforcement for everything in life. Like, so I'm not a very motivated person. Shocker. I'm very lazy. Like, ask anybody who I do podcasts with. When I have to actually send them audio, it's like pulling teeth.
That is true.
So like, and I'm like super procrastinator. I wait till the last minute to do everything because I feel like I get the best work out of myself when I wait till the last minute. Like I'm just the king of procrastination, but I'm just so good at banging out like really good quality work that like it's never been an issue for me. Like I would do like 10-page papers the night before they were due. Not to have a side tangent, but like
That's
that's
how
what
my
I do.
wife was, dude.
And I
She
would
did her
and I would destroy
everything.
them though. I would get like A's and my wife would get like a B on the same assignment. I'd be like, she's like, "What the fuck, man?" She's like, "I poured my soul into this. You wrote this in 3 hours." I was like, "I'm just good at writing," and I get that from my mom, my dad too. Like they were just good at writing and doing things like that. But to bring it all full circle, like my dad would sit up every night with me, and we would always play games, like always 2-player stuff, co-op campaign things. Like we just had a blast. Like I'll never forget all the times that I spent playing games with my dad and watching kung fu movies and stuff like that. It's just memories I'll have with me for the rest of my life. Even watching those terrible Andy Serkis fucking like B movies with like what's her face with Julie fuck is her Julie Strain. Like those movies you definitely should have been watching as a kid because it was like 90% titties and like 5% like action movie. My dad didn't care. He just let me watch all that stuff. He's the reason why I have the taste I have now. Like
He's the reason why I like titties.
yeah, he's a titty king. I mean, that's the story for another day. I mean, my dad pulled in mad ladies when I was little. Like, oh man, different chick. Like every time I was there, I was like, this is fucking crazy. And he was still doing it in his 70s.
This is crazy. Next time on Joe's Dad and Titties.
Papa Titties.
Oh,
Shout out to Papa Titties.
I'm your pappy now. All right.
He's a pappy. He's everyone's pappy. Zach,
There you go.
what's your memories?
So when I was growing up, my biological father was kind of a piece of crap. And
Sorry to hear that, man.
he stepped away, but I was fortunate enough to get a dad that actually cared about us quite a bit. And when he and I first started meeting, that was kind of the way we bonded when I was younger, because I was only, I think I was 3 or 4 when he kind of walked into our life. I don't remember exactly how old I was. But I remember the first thing that we started doing together was playing video games. He had an N64 that he brought with him, and that was when I first got exposed to like Mario Kart, and we played a lot of Mario Kart, Diddy Kong Racing. That was where I first started playing wrestling games too. WCW and NWO was the first wrestling game that I played. So that's kind of where our relationship started, and then as like I got older, we started playing more games together. We started like he got really into Guitar Hero when it came out, like everybody did. So he actually went out and bought a PlayStation 2 Slim, and like every Guitar Hero game he could find. It was
nice.
It was nuts. It was great. So I learned how to play rhythm games with him, and we used to do that. We'd pick song sets and we'd all play together as a family. And then we got a Wii, and that was when. So not too long after we got a Wii, my dad actually fell 45 feet down an elevator shaft at work.
Oh my god.
And his back's been really, really messed up ever since. He's got 2 lower compressed spinal segments, a pinched nerve in his neck.
Dude, he survived.
Yeah, he actually got really lucky. The OSHA representative that was there because he randomly he blacked out because a cyst in his neck popped, and the OSHA guy that was there said that if he wasn't he got lucky, he was wearing his hard hat, so he hit his head once on the way down, which caused the pinched nerve in his neck, but he actually dodged like 3 pieces of concrete rebar by like inches. So he got really, really fortunate in that aspect. And then, so after that, he was kind of limited to what he could do and what he could play because he didn't have a lot. Like he was still working on gaining like movement in his arms, and like standing and doing certain things with his hands hurt too. Because he actually, a year after that, he actually cut the tip of his middle and his index finger off when they were cutting material. So they had to put pins in his fingers too, so he couldn't really do like a lot of the stuff he used to be able to. But that was when we started playing the Wii more, and we'd have family nights, and then me and him were like the 2 best in the house at Mario Kart. So when we were playing that, it was it was funny. We got the crappy wheels, like the really, really crappy, just plain plastic ones. And him and my mom went out and bought like foam Nerf steering wheels for Mario Kart. So they had the
There
nice
you go.
ones. And I was like, man, this ain't fair. I'm still whooping your butt with this little Mario Kart, but with this little plastic piece of crap. And he's like, all right. So we had like the biggest feud. So it started with Mario Kart on the 64, and it kind of ended up there on the Wii. But then another thing we played a lot of was Wii golf. I mean, a lot. And my dad, I don't know how he was so damn good at Wii golf, but he would spank me so bad. And he has a distinct laugh too when he's winning. He goes, eh.
That annoying dad laugh that just gets you riled up.
So he's sitting in his recliner just golfing, and I'm standing up in the middle of the living room trying to hit this right. Like I'm like, and he's just sitting there, and he's like, hole in one, and I'm just like, what the fuck? How? It's like, this is a par 4.
You're a hacker.
Are you Happy Gilmore or some shit?
You will not make this putt.
You will not make this putt. But yeah, so my dad was definitely like the video game guy. He's actually the one that he got me my first WWE game at full price when it came out. He got me, that was WWE 2012, the first year they featured ECW, the one that had Undertaker on the cover.
There you
go. And then the funny story that goes with that is he actually got really, really mad because like I beat the game and I played it so much in like the first like 3 or 4 months I had it that I went and traded it into GameStop. And they gave me like $15 for it. And he was so upset. He's like, I'm never buying you a $60 game ever again. Traded in the $60 game I bought you for $15. You could get something else. So after that, I never got a $60 game again unless I bought it.
Good thing he stuck to his guns.
But yeah, so I had a lot of really good memories when it comes to gaming with my dad.
That's dope.
Daryl, I know you kind of discussed yours a little bit, and we've heard about it before. But your favorite memory. Let's hear it.
I mentioned the 2 earlier because those are just two that came to my mind. I would say one of the best. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's probably my favorite right in this moment. Me, my dad, and my brother used to play on Nintendo 64, NHL Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey.
Game is the fucking best hockey game.
Best hockey game
ever made.
You could slam into each other. You hit the equivalency of X and square together, and you could just just shove people over. And then if you keep doing it, you could start a fight, and you'd sit there and you'd be hammering buttons, punching each other. And my dad used to get so aggravated when we would knock him down and then fight him. And it was so good. We played so much in Nintendo 64 Wayne Gretzky hockey. One of the best games ever. And it was because playing with my dad. And he got it where he was kicking our butts. He got really good at it, but he did this thing you mentioned earlier, the dad laugh. My dad would it was so competitive between the 3 of us. And then when he would win, he would talk so much crap. And then he would do this thing where he would like close his nose. And he'd be like, oi, 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 oi. Like if he beat you, he'd be like, I kicked your butt. Oi, 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 oi. He would make this obnoxious noise. And it used to make my brother freaking rage. It was so funny. It didn't make any sense. I don't know why you're doing that. Where that came from, but it was hilarious. So yeah, playing games with I've always played games with my dad, like up until recently, I guess, rather. And now that I'm playing games with my kid, that's what I think about. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna close the show with this. My kids and I were walking into the grocery store earlier, and I know last night while I was playing Ninja Turtles, they were making me Father's Day cards. And they're like, Dad, what do you want for Father's Day? And I said, the only thing I want is for you guys to play Ninja Turtles with me tomorrow. My daughter's like, anything but that, please. She's like, that game's so ugly. I was like, this game's beautiful, and you're gonna enjoy it with me tomorrow. So that's our plan tomorrow. In between church and our Father's Day lunch with my dad, and whatever editing and all the things I got to do tomorrow. That's our goal. We're gonna play Ninja Turtles together. I've already beaten it. I beat it this morning, so I'm gonna start it over from the beginning with them, and we're just gonna go through it and go through it and go through it. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
No, man.
I'm good. I just want to give a quick shout out to all of our dads in the community. You guys keep killing it. Keep gaming. Keep bringing games to the future generation. I'm super happy when I see like Rick posting stuff with his son. That really makes me happy. I can't wait to get there. Like we've talked about before, I can't wait until my daughter gets to that point because she already wants to hang out and play video games with me.
Do it, man. Do it. Yeah, definitely. I want to double down on that shout out to all the dads out there killing the game. And if you are a listener of the show and you're not a dad yet, treat yourself.
Yeah, just go become a dad. I mean, becoming the part where you try to become a dad is probably the funnest thing you'll ever do in life. So yeah,
just remember, it stays in, it doesn't come out.
Unless you want to.
No, it doesn't come out. Not if you want to be a dad.
No.
Oh my god.
No, but I mean, is it like I think fatherhood is definitely like the coolest thing.
Absolutely.
It's the coolest title I have as an adult. Like being a dad's awesome. Like I suggest anybody who has the opportunity to become a dad. Like I said, becoming a dad is probably the most fun part. Just don't do it on the first try, because then you can keep trying. So.
Yeah, I definitely think it's by far the greatest accomplishment. And I like to think I've done a lot of stuff in my 37 years on this planet. And becoming a dad has definitely been the coolest freaking, it's the greatest thing I've ever done. It's awesome.
I mean, it's the happiest moment of my life. I told my wife it's even happier than when you got married. I said if the Mets win a World Series, then you're both kind of fucked. But I don't see that. So, but I was like, other than that, I was like, she's like, what about going to WrestleMania? I'm like,
close second.
I don't know. It's up there. It's up there. But I know, no, I mean, finding the love of your life, but then having a offspring with that person and creating a human being in a life, it's like something you can never fathom until you do it. It's just, holy fuck, like this person is part me, part you. And you just see it every day and like just the little things that they do and watching them grow up is the coolest fucking thing ever. It's like your life is like a movie, right? And it just plays out in front of you. But like watching someone else's movie unfold too is pretty fucking cool. Like, I just think the saddest part about being an adult is like I'm not going to see the end of her movie most likely.
Well, you hope you don't see that.
Yeah, I don't want to see the end. I want her to see the end of mine, but I want her to live well past.
That's right.
Me.
Yeah, dude, it's so awesome, man. Having kids is great. I can't wait to play games with my kids, and that's my Father's Day gift.
My gift from my wife is we're gonna go out to dinner. Are you going out to dinner tomorrow?
I don't know. My wife's working tonight and tomorrow night, and we're doing lunch at my dad's house, so we'll do some.
There you go. Yeah, we're doing lunch at the in-laws. We're getting some barbecue on, get some hot dogs, hamburgers going, and I think after that. My wife's like, well, where do you want to go for dinner? It's Father's Day. You get to pick. Because we go out every Sunday, but like, she was like, where do you want to go? It's Father's Day. I was like, I just want to go to my local joint and get some, waffle fries with some cheese and some chicken tenders. That's it. That's all I want. Like, I don't want anything like extravagant. Because at first I was like, I get White Castles. She's like, anything but that. I was like, okay. Well, she just doesn't like the smell of it. Like, she hates the smell of it. She will not have it in the household. Like, I have to eat it outside. That's like one rule we have. Like, I gotta eat White Castle in my fucking car because I'm not allowed to bring it in the house.
That's amazing.
Like, I get yelled at.
Shout out to Joe's wife.
Like hardcore. Like, yell. Like, my friends think it's the funniest thing on the planet because they laugh at me. Like, oh, let's watch pay-per-view at my house. We could eat White Castle there. Well, I was like, okay. I see how it is.
Yeah,
guys.
my goal is we had our cheat meal for the week. We went to this place called Willie Sue's yesterday.
That sounds amazing. Is that bar?
They have that. Well, no, it's like Southern. I would say it's like Southern and like American cuisine. But so like I ordered chicken and waffles, which was absolutely amazing. I had chicken and waffles, and then I ordered a half rack of ribs to split with my son. My wife ordered the double cut of pork chops fried, and she took one bite out of it. And since we've been eating clean for 8 weeks, minus our one cheat meal a week. No, yeah,
Her stomach just turned.
dude, she had pork on the second week, and it made her sick. So she tried it again to see if it was just like maybe it's
Whatever, more food
Right.
for you.
So she took a bite of the pork chops, and it immediately was just like, I can't have this anymore. Like it doesn't taste right. It tastes gamey. And
And you're like, you can't taste racism. And then you just ate it.
that's right. That's right. I want the racist sweats. So
Dude, that's one of the best lines in that movie. And James
Yep.
Silent Bob. He's like, it's like our clerks too. Baby, you can't taste racism.
well,
He tries to eat those
Yep.
burgers.
so what I ended up doing was I just taken my first bite out of my chicken and waffles, and it was so good.
Oh, so good.
But she didn't like hers.
Shout out to Waffle House. Shout out to
Heck
Waffle
yeah.
House.
Waffle House saves my life, dude. On the days that I don't have like my meal preps and stuff, I'll go get a 4-egg omelet, and they're like, hey, let's just kind of call it good.
How do you not get the chicken and waffles when you step in that door?
Because I can't have that right now. I'm just like, hey, let me get the most basic thing. And the basic, I want 4 eggs, just puffed up. Like give them to me.
Darren's like, let me get the basic bitch omelet.
Yep, basic. That's right. But anyways, so since that was being clean, she can't do pork, so she gave me her. She looked at me and I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." So I gave her my chicken and waffles. I had one of her pork chops. I had one of the ribs, and I had fried pickles. And that was tough, dude. I was freaking miserable. But
happy at the same time.
I was. And see, that was the thing. I hit a milestone too. So this is the cool thing is like this doesn't work for everybody, but for me, it seems to work pretty well. I have been like stuck on like the 34-pound mark. Like couldn't break it. I sat there for a whole week. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. Like this is crazy. We go out and we had our cheat meal. I weighed in this morning and I hit 35. So I hit 35 pounds finally.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
So
Shout out to you.
I got 2 weeks left. Well, not even 2 full weeks left. I got a week and some days left in this round, and then I will be. I think I'll get close to 40 pounds lost on this one, and then the next round we start. We start the next round the day I am no longer employed. So the next round we're going to incorporate all the exercise plans and stuff, not just the dieting aspect. And because I'll be home every day, we'll be able to get up as a family. We'll do the workouts as a family. We'll meal prep as a family. And then my wife's not working. She doesn't start her new job until August 7th. So I get a month and a half at home with my wife and kids.
There you go.
Isn't that crazy? Now, granted, I'll still be doing my thing. I'll be doing, which like most of my day consists of social media posting, which is not my favorite thing to do, but like that's how I'm gaining business right now. So it's a lot of fishing in the groups. It's a lot of meeting and talking with people. And then, it's like you might talk to 100, like one of the groups I had like 168 comments of people, and it's like, I got one application out of that, and it was in a state that I'm not licensed in. So then I had to hand it off to someone else, but it's progress. So, it'll probably take realistically 3 months to get like myself like branded enough to where when I, get in these groups and I'm working, and doing the thing that I actually start getting in any kind of real volume of like applications. So,
right.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So that's what I'm doing, man. So I'm gonna be at home. I'll get some gaming in because I'm not getting up early and going to work. And the mortgage industry really doesn't get cooking, until at least my experience so far is like I almost don't get any traction before 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
So from 6 to 10, baby's game time every day. I'm finally getting it in. And then, of course, we're going to be working out. So whatever that looks like. So, but this has been the Loot Bros Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. And tell your pappies happy Father's Day. If you ain't got a pappy, I'm your pappy. So leave some reviews, like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Check out the Twitch streams. Check out the Discord. In every single week, we put links to our link trees. Inside the link trees are links to all of our things. There's a unlimited invite to our Discord. And we've got people in there now. Shout out to Veronica. She's been streaming and kind of talking in the Discord a whole bunch, hanging out in the Loot Lounge in the Discord. So you guys join in. Go hang out. We got MZ streaming a little bit of Fortnite. We got, obviously, the Bearded Nerd streaming. Myself, I haven't streamed in a while, but I'm poised to make a valiant return. I actually did think about this, guys, and I don't know how to work it in yet. But when my wife goes back to work and my kids are in school, so in August, I'm going to be here by myself. So I thought about trying to stream during my lunch breaks. Like maybe an hour or two a day in the middle of the day, streaming, since I'm going to be here working anyways. And I didn't know if that was something our community would be interested in. So,
well, you always got the knowledge and know-how over here. Yep. So, yeah, that's something you really want to do. Let me know, and I'll start pointing you in the right direction.
I thought about it. We'll see. I'm thinking in my head, how can I pump out more content while I'm because at the very least, let's say if an 8 to 10 hour day, I'm like balls deep in mortgage stuff, which right now it's a kind of a slow time for the mortgage industry. So let's say 8 to 10 hours a day, I'm balls deep in mortgage stuff. I still got my lunch break, and I still have the hour to and the hour from that I will be traveling that I'm gaining. I'm gaining back. I feel like I'm getting my life back by leaving this job. So even if from hour to hour of actually being on the clock is the same, the travel to and the travel from and my lunch break, I get back. Those are mine now. So
the real final question, though. So you're leaving the job. Is Tricky going to get his trophies before you?
They're actually they're in my basement. They're done. They've been done. They've been done forever. They're in my basement.
Because he wants his.
I need to give that.
I mean,
I need to give him a trophy.
Yield said on the show that he won't do another trophy war until you give him his trophy.
Oh, well, then good. I hold the key to keeping Yield out of the games. I got the Yield repellent. So, all right, guys, get in the groups, interact with us, hang out, leave feedback, do all the things. This is the Loot Bros Podcast. We're out of here. All right, everybody. I usually leave you with a very upbeat song, something rocking, something rap rock, something super, super heavy. And this week, to kind of follow up with last week, I am dropping in another Exit Humanity song, something we wrote years and years and years ago. But this one's an acoustic song, a little more relaxed, slow paced, a little softer. So this just kind of one of the two songs we released under the Exit Humanity banner. Unfortunately, we didn't record any of the other songs. So here's another one. It's still in demo form. It's not completely mastered or anything like that, but I just want to throw it out there. This song is called Call My Name by Exit Humanity.
You're afraid. This is all so new to you. You had it made, but now you barely make it through. I know it's hard when you're down to get back on your feet again.